Boom, boom. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to get started right now. My bad. I had to, celebrate a little something, something. But we're back, baby. What's going on? What's up? D's in the building. Ellie's in the building. Penguin Packs right in the building early. First one here. What's going on? Aaron. She said, I'm up, but I'm sleepy. I see you. I had to watch the Eagles lose real quick so they can come sit on the couch with us. I just had to make sure that happened. But we're good now. I don't feel so bad. What's going on, Mucka? Welcome to the stream. Low 12. Alicia. Mom to 5 Kings in the building. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Come in. As you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. You already know what time it is. We are about to start up a little spicy live. I don't know, I know what I'm reading, but I definitely want to hear from the community tonight. This is a late night live, so buckle up. We may watch a few clips. We may, but we're definitely going to be taking phone calls tonight. Make sure you're hitting that like button as you're coming in. What's going on, Nina? Welcome. Meg, what's going on? Leisure in the building from the UK. It's got to be early as hell. Lolo in the building. Viral me crazy. I eat what? You're wilding. Dak 0526. Thank you. What's going on, man? Remind me all night that Dak doesn't need to be our quarterback. Thank you. I appreciate it. Plotting on a new business. Late night stream, says Baby Blue. What's going on, Baby Blue? Baby Blue. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Boom, boom. Whoa. That audio sounds ridiculous. Let me fix that. I'm sharing on Twitter real quick before we get started. 1 second. Twitter. We are live. Come by and harass us. I'm just playing. But this is crazy, finding out that a lot of people have been sending me the emails. I know I've seen them, and about the whole Matthew's mom and a cult, and it just adds another layer for me, anyways. I seen a few different emails coming in that somebody wanted me to read out loud, and I will get to that email. Maybe we'll start with that email because I think it's interesting. But let me open up emails right now. If you have any emails to send in, make sure you send them at trev757psn@gmail.com. If you think it is something that we need to check out here tonight, make sure that you send it in, and you can get that email easily in chat by typing !email, all lowercase. So hold up. Let me go back here. I got that email pulled up. Okay. So I'm seeing a few ones sitting here. Okay, here's the one that I was talking about. Now it says, watch this. This is crazy. No, not that one. It ain't that one. Where the heck did it go? I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Poor Jason walked off. We'll find it here in a little bit. Ange, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Melissa, welcome to the stream. Amilda Rios, welcome to the stream. Aaron, what's going on? Among the 5 Kings. That's funny, ain't it? Beautiful messy ball. What is going on? Now it says here, let's go ahead and go through it now. It says as if what we're dealing or not my bad, as if what we're not dealing with is enough. I find out the cult, yes, cult I was born and raised in. Now, this is, again, if you were just coming in here, you probably heard of this already. Maybe you haven't. Now, they're saying this is Matthew's mom, stepmom, I believe. Now, this is Matthew's stepmom, from what I'm being told. I don't know what's going on with the stepmoms and moms and stepmoms and moms in this, case. But again, it says as if what we're not dealing with is enough. I find out that the cult I was born and raised in, makes a video about my son, daughter-in-law, and grandson saying I deserve what happened to us. What kind of religion is that? It makes me sick to my stomach. Why do they do this? Why do they harass everyone that speaks up about their pedophile leader, Nason Garcia, allegedly, too, by the way? This is just disgusting. I don't know nothing about this group, and I'm reading what's on the screen right now. That they should be ashamed of themselves. This so-called church, La Luz del Mundo, aka the light of the world, does not practice love. It practices hatred. Go watch all the documentaries out there, Netflix, HBO, and soon in the US by the A&E channel. Also, where I publicly spoke up first on Brian Ross Law and Crime channel. Stay away from this evil cult. What is going on, Alice? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, by the way. Alice in the building. Candy rapper. That's Baldus. What's going on, Baldus? Welcome. Welcome. Getting into it. We're getting into the heat. Cookie Monster said, "Hey, Trev, you're so ready for this? You ready for this? You sure?" Jackie, welcome to the stream. Shout out to everybody who's coming by the way. Make sure you guys hit the like button. And that sounds loud to me. I love the late night stream, says 4 Chihuahuas. What's going on, Steve? Welcome to the stream. Renee, welcome to the stream. Lisa, welcome to the stream. T, you are echoing? Really? Am I echoing? Let me catch up. Let me know if I'm echoing. We don't like that. He said I'm echoing. I don't like echoing. No echo. Hold up. Okay, good. I just had to check live chat. Thank you, CD. I appreciate the 3 months. This is crazy, honestly. I don't know what to say about this. Maybe we need to watch some videos. I definitely want to hear from y'all too. So if you do want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. I have been now on these two screenshots right here are from the 2021. Now I don't know where this alleged cult had posted at. Does anybody know where they posted at? The video? What's the video? Late. You said late night lives with your T-REV and gang. Shout out to you, Melissa. I appreciate you coming by. Tootsie Roll. Ray Greenstead. Hey, T-REV. This is so disgusting. No one deserves this. It's a fake Dolly alert. Who cares? I have seen some interviews with a couple of women who have left the cult. Let's go through this too. I want to play this real quick. Where's it at? I just had it. Where the heck did I put it? Right here. Here it goes. Right about. You're about to see what I'm talking about.
The Savanah, Soto, Matthew Guerra case out of San Antonio, Texas. I want to share.
I mean, this is just weird to me. There's just so many different twists and turns to this case, right? Like what how did everything end where it's at, right? It's super weird.
Share some new information with all of you. There's a guy right here. I'm going to share some information about this guy right here.
Okay, this is what I wanted to hear. More information about this alleged cult. We want all the information about this alleged cult. What's going on with this? Is this something that you got to look at, or is it just a ruse?
Who is this guy? Well,
is it a ruse?
Leader of a cult. And he's serving many years in prison.
I appreciate you.
Let's talk about this guy because the family of Matthew speaks about this guy and a cult
or Chihuahuas
that is allegedly harassing the family of Matthew, the Guerra family. Check out this Facebook post by the family of Matthew, and then we will further discuss. Check it out. So this is a post by Matthew's family, as if what we're not dealing with is enough.
Now, this is the post that we just went over, but this, I mean, we're interested in this. So yeah.
I find out that the cult, cult I was born and raised in, makes a video about my son, daughter-in-law, and grandson saying I deserve what happened to us. What kind of religion is that?
You sound as good.
It makes me sick to my stomach. Why do they do this? Why do they harass everyone that speaks up about their pedo leader, Nason Jaquan Garcia? This is just disgusting. They should be ashamed of themselves. This is called Church La Luz del Mundo,
same.
aka the light of the world, does not practice love. It practices hatred. Go watch all the documentaries out there. Netflix, HBO, and soon in the US by the A&E channel.
This shit is crazy.
Also,
what's going on, Queen Widow?
Which also where I publicly spoke up first on Brian Ross. Law and Crime
I mean,
channel.
this just I'm telling you, this adds another weird factor to this case, like another layer of weirdness to the case. Now, it may, I don't know. It just does for me. Maybe not you, but it does for me.
Stay away from this
Each
evil
case
cult.
is unique.
This is the family of Matthew calling out a cult that they say is harassing their family, harassing Matthew, harassing Savanah. And
Obviously, she wanted out of, obviously she got away from this cult for a reason, is what I'm saying. I'm with mom here. Mom got away from this cult. Leave them the fuck alone. And even to say that Matt, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you here. To say that they deserve this is crazy to me, because nobody deserves to be murdered, right? To say that they deserve being murdered is horrendous. Nobody should ever say anyone should have been murdered in case it was, what. There's certain situations where people should be murdered, but this is not one of them. This is not one of those situations where somebody should have lost their life. Point blank, period. Thank you, though, Mountain Girl. I appreciate you.
And the grandson, baby Fabian. What is going on here, people? A cult making videos about Matthew, Savanah,
Blessed up. Who you talking about?
Fabian.
Call
What's
in. Let's
going
hear.
on here, people?
Call in. I want to hear about it. Blessed up. What you talking about? We want to hear it. One time for your mind. 219-85-9693. Pick up the phone. We want to hear from you tonight.
Family of Matthew said they were once part of this cult where this guy I just showed you serving many years in prison. I got that guy's court sentencing. Let me share this guy's court sentencing with you. He got a long time. The judge had something to say to him.
Oh, co-leader.
So I've been a judge for a long time. I'm in my 38th year. And I've never ceased to amaze.
1052. It looks like somebody did. Hold up. Let me refresh it. Try again. It should be fixed now.
Religion.
If you tried to call, I see a few people that tried to call in, and I just had to refresh it. So maybe it works now. Try again.
And how lives are ruined in the guise
and this is low
of serving a supreme being.
Can we get some sound with that?
As to the Jane Does, at this point, I apologize. My hands are tied. Lawyers do what lawyers do. And at this point, my hands are tied. But I further want to tell all the Jane Does that the world has heard you. I promise you that. As to those family members
they hate on everyone
that have abandoned the Jane Does, shame. Shame on you. And as to the defendant, I say, you are a sexual predator.
Now, this is the said to be cult leader, correct? Correct, chat? 570, you're on the show. What's going on? Talk to us.
Hi, good evening, T-REV. This is Mom to 5 Kings, and I'm just calling to say your team was better only in the final win count of the season, not everything else.
That don't matter.
It does, though. I'm not trying to bother your live. I'm just following through on what I said I would do. You were better in final score count for the year.
Boo.
Boo. Hope your live is great tonight.
I appreciate that, Mom to 5 Kings. I hope you have a beautiful night, too.
You too. Thank you.
Lock your door.
I will.
Okay. Look. Shout out to Mom to 5 Kings. All right, I see. You want to call up and get that in, but yeah, you're sitting with us.
In this case, probation is denied.
That's funny.
The reason being as a condition of the case settlement.
Thank you, CKI.
As to count 7, a violation of Penal Section 287, Subdivision C, Subdivision 2, Subdivision C.
That's funny.
Been sentenced to state prison for the midterm of 8 years. The reason being as a condition of the case settlement. As to count 9.
Hold on. 317 sent from heaven. What's going on?
Hi, T-REV. It's Ray.
What's going on, Ray?
Well, I heard about this earlier, I didn't know the whole story. I had no idea this cult leader was a
Pedophile?
yeah. This is crazy. And so I'm confused. Is it him or someone else that's in the cult that's claiming that those poor children deserved this?
Yeah, yep. That's what that's said here. Now, I mean, you've seen the post. You've seen the post. The mom put that post. Matter of fact, let's pull that post up, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, I know exactly where it's at too. And that post was made, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure that was made 2 days ago. So, and it actually has a video attached. Does anybody in here, ladies and gentlemen, can anybody in here translate to Spanish? Because this video right here, it says this is what she said, and this is the video attached. We read it on this live, right? But this video is in Spanish. Now, this is, I guess, the video right here.
I don't know Spanish. I don't know Spanish. This is just, it disgusts me. I'm glad this man pedophile is behind bars, and I hope that those girls that he abused are able to get help, because that is disgusting in itself, let alone these people talking about someone who's lost their child and saying they deserve that. That is pure evil. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't even imagine.
To say that they deserved it, I think is just a step to you're taking it too far. But I mean,
yeah. I feel bad for that woman.
Get it, but nobody deserves to be murdered.
No, absolutely not.
No,
and no, I'm somebody like that, they should be charged in some way. I'm sorry, that should be harassment. That should be like a harassment charge.
I mean, look,
something.
He wasn't the best person in the world. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't the best person in the world. Nobody's the best person in the world. They had plenty of time to change their lives around, and I'm still gonna say that to the end. Anybody going through this has their time. They have time to change their lives. So for them to come out and say that in this video that's fully Spanish, I pulled it on earlier, it is fully Spanish. So I don't know if it could be translated or not, or if anybody listened to it that knows Spanish and can kind of break down what they said in that video. I would love to hear from you, because
I would love to hear that too, because I would like to know what it said. And that judge, I haven't listened to all of it. I paused my TV to talk to you, but that judge, I'm glad he went at that guy the way he did.
For sure. If it's a church. Lady P, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I will let someone else talk to you. I just, wow, I'm just amazed at the evil in this world, and I pray that there's some kind of peace or something that comes back to this world, because it seems like it's getting worse and worse every day.
Loss. It's getting a loss out there, but
yeah. Well, T-REV, I will watch the rest of your show. You have a great night, and
thank you, Ray.
I got my doors locked. It's I don't know, 20 below out. My water's been frozen all day. I'm
never seen her.
Ready for some sunshine.
This could be fake. Oh, Blessed Up says, I don't know. I'm just saying, we never seen her face. This could be fake. Huh. He is the leader, Queen Olive. Yeah, the dude that was just getting sentenced, right? He's the leader of the cult.
Yeah,
he was getting his book in court.
I can't see somebody faking this. Like, come on, you're gonna post that and it'd be fake. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's fake. Somebody's not gonna come out and say they're being terrorized like this by a cult and making it up. I don't get that.
I mean, that's him right
there. What are they trying to say, that this is gonna throw off the case, that it's gonna come off the mom and the kid and the dad? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Hold up. What? It's terribly sad, for sure. For sure. The cult that was In the front, you said the colt that was in the front yard then went missing. It's a different colt. Different colt. A whole different colt.
Colts everywhere. Colts
That's
everywhere.
a whole different story, and you already know that's crazy.
I mean, we got Colts in Indiana, and there's a cult that, you know, supposedly did Abby and Libby here in Delphi. So,
Yeah, you know, I got somebody hit me up earlier, and I already was thinking of this, right? But somebody hit me up earlier with an email, and they said, I believe that they were sacrifices. I'm like, what?
I believe.
emailed them back, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Then they go, you didn't hear about the cult? I was like, what? And then next thing you know, Discord's dropping screenshots and people are doing this and that. They're like, you didn't hear about the cult? I'm like, nah, like I believe it's, you know,
So what, they're thinking Adam or Matthew and Savannah and the baby were
sacrifice. That's what I was reading in the email. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Hold up, let me catch.
Well, I felt that way about Abby and Libby when I first heard about Abby and Libby. That's what I thought about them, and then it comes out that there was a cult involved, or you know, they're claiming that. Is this? I don't know. Do you think that the family, Christopher's mom and dad, are involved in this cult? That could be.
I don't know. I mean, their bodies were dumped here at this little apartment complex, and you know, it's like I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what to think. Like I was reading some people's emails were flying in about this cult, like right after today it was coming out, and people were just, you know, tight. I felt like it was Idaho 4 again the way I was reading these emails coming through about this cult. I was like, wow, what?
I wouldn't be surprised if Idaho 4 is a cult involved. That wouldn't surprise me. Like, I could see Coburger being a part of something like what happened in Delphi. It wouldn't surprise me. There's so much evil in this world. I'll tell you, here in Indiana, when I was 15 years old, I was shot at by a cult in the woods. They are here in Indiana. So,
really?
Yes, that whole thing about Delphi,
right,
Indiana, I felt like they were sacrificed by a cult when I first heard about it. And then it was, geez, what? That was 2019 when I first heard about it. And then when did he get arrested? Last year?
Yeah. Chapito says, yeah, that code is bad, but it has nothing to do with Matthews and Savannah or the unborn baby. It's a lot of speculation surrounding it.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Eric? My bad. I didn't mean that. I was reading that comment.
Well, that's okay. I'm going to let someone else talk.
Oh, you good? Yeah.
I just think it's sad. It's disgusting. Like,
it is.
You know, you're losing a family member, and then someone's going to come out. That's as bad as Rex Kuerman calling that one girl's little sister,
and she left
on her cell phone.
She left this cult. Poor stepmom,
right?
You know, she left this cult, and here now they're putting a opinion out about, you know, saying they deserved it. That's crazy,
right?
They deserved it because she left. What's going on? Is that why they deserved it? Because she decided to leave your weird ass cult?
Maybe she wouldn't.
They thought enough to Ray. The thing here that bothers me is they thought enough to pitch in their 2 cents on it against the ex-member, which is what just throws me off. It's just weird.
It is very weird. It is very weird, and it's evil, and it's disgusting.
They put it in plain sight, says Sky Blue. So many Colts killings lately. Savanah, Soto, Kohlberger, Abby, and Libby from Delphi. Sasha, you believe that this is a cult killing? I want to hear from the people who believe it is. I really do.
It would not surprise me. I mean, with this cult coming out and saying that they deserved it. And, I mean, if you look at the evilness in Christopher, his dad, and his mom, to me, that's not a far stretch for them to be involved in this cult.
That's actually pretty
that connection.
That shows that they got hatred towards her for saying that, in my opinion.
Right. And if that connection is there, that would solidify it for me. But, yeah, they would have to find that connection of Christopher and his evil parents connected to the cult before I would believe that they were involved.
YouTube. Yeah, that's wild.
Well,
This shit's wild.
yeah, I gotta go, T-REV. I got a white dog here that's begging me to go out in this freezing cold weather.
All right, Ray, it's fine. I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you. Thank you for calling up. Thank you for voicing your opinions as always. We appreciate you. God bless you. Lock your doors when you come back
No,
in.
absolutely.
If you take the dog out, make sure you lock them doors. You know what time it is. Stay safe, stay
Not at
vigilant,
all.
and I will be hearing from you soon.
Oh yeah, everybody's saying the love and light. Love you, T-REV.
God
Bye.
bless you, Ray. Ray, I appreciate her calling in. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you, so make sure you call in. What's your thought? I mean, this cult, if you think that this is cult related, I would love to hear. 305, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey T, it's Alice. How are you?
What's going on, Alice? I'm hanging in there.
I'm calling. What was that?
I said I'm hanging in there. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. I was gonna tell you I can translate in Spanish. So if you want, I'll help you out.
So you can translate in Spanish. Have you? Maybe I got to give you this video link. I wonder if I would like to hear, like, after you watch this video, could you call back and break it down?
Okay.
Could you do that?
Of course.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you this video. This is the video. All right, let me find it. It's on her Facebook page right here. This is the video. I would say I'd play it, but these people will probably try to hit us with a strike, right? So I'm gonna copy it and drop it in chat. It's about to be the link that I'm gonna drop. Hold on, let me go to it actually. Let me actually click on it. Right. Let's jump into it like that. Oh damn, it's super long. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours. But I don't know where the timestamps are at either. Hold on, it doesn't say nothing specifically about that, the timestamps, but you know, as you can see the post that she made, she's bothered by it. So, like, you know, as if we're not dealing with this enough, you know, with is enough, or as if what we're not dealing with is enough. I find out the cult I was born and raised in makes a video about my son, daughter-in-law, and grandson saying I deserve what happened to us. So that's crazy. So there must have been something crazy in there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna drop that in chat. I'm gonna drop the link to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Ya vieron esto.
It's all in Spanish. That's the only problem. So I dropped.
No, that's fine.
It's there now.
My parents were born in Cuba, so don't worry. I'm Cuban American.
Helpful. I don't know, like, where those timestamps or where they said that at, but there it is. There's the link to it.
Where am I? Okay, perfect. Okay, let me hang up with you so I don't miss it as it scrolls up. As it scrolls.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Okay, right. I got you.
I'll get back with you.
No doubt. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Bye-bye. Block your doors.
Bye.
That's her. I appreciate it calling. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Hold up. Get that. Where's my shit? I just had up. There it is.
Violation of Penal Section 287.
732. I'm on with you. Talk to me.
Hi, it's Beautiful Messy Ball.
What's going on, Beautiful Messy Ball? Talk to us.
I don't think the stepmom is saying that the cult is involved in their murder. She's just saying that they're harassing them and using this as an excuse to scare people to not leave the cult.
You think so?
And that's what cults do. They'll use any tragedy to control their parishioners, for lack of a better word, their followers, and to scare them into submission.
So they're trying. So you're saying that they're trying to scare. They're trying to scare these other members into not leaving.
To not leaving, saying this is what happens if you leave.
Okay, so if you leave, your kids or somebody's going to get killed. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
That's what they're trying to say.
Tragedy is going to happen. Death is going to come upon you.
You know, I kind of can see what you're saying, honestly. Now that you broke it down like that, they could be using it like that. You know, actually,
they're blaming mom leaving, even though she's not bio mom. From my understanding, Matthew was raised by dad and stepmom, not bio mom, and didn't really even have a relationship with bio mom until like the last few years. So the church is basically saying mom is to blame, stepmom is to blame for Harley. If she didn't leave the church, this wouldn't have happened. And if you leave the church,
this is what happened.
This is going to happen to you too.
Yeah, this
is what you get if you leave.
They're wilding out with that.
And that's what cults do. They're evil. They'll use any tragedy to scare their followers into submission. They're evil.
Stay away.
They're not about the light. And this cult is not a small cult. It's not just based out of San Antonio. They have a website. They have churches all over the country. They started in Mexico. And this guy is a convicted pedo, and he's serving 16 years in prison.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. That's what I seen was JLR had up was that court date of that dude and him in court getting sentenced and shit. That's what I was just watching before.
There were two other channels on today. I'm not going to say their names.
Just
had
this Nini's story. All the channels clickbait the word cult are just milking the D story. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Cult. A cult said that. So I mean,
yeah. And they have a YouTube channel. They want their followers to attend services 3 times a day, and they take attendance. Even if because they do services on YouTube, and they take attendance even on their YouTube channel. Like they want to know who's attending, and if you don't attend a certain number of services, they'll have somebody come and check on you.
People talking crazy about not spreading the word about this cult and them trying to dog mom and say, blame her for it. Anybody. That's wild. People, that must be a cult member in here trying to shut some shit down. What are you mad we're talking about it? What's going on?
Probably. It's probably.
You mad we're talking about it? Fuck, you're evil. Love and light, baby. All day long.
I mean, from what I heard from the former cult members that were speaking out on it today, it's bad. It's really bad.
Drama. Yeah. That's crazy. Install fear, Ellie says.
That's what cults do. They instill fear to get people to submit to their will and do what they want them to do. And in my opinion, cult leaders are nothing but narcissists that want control and hide behind religion in order to get government. Number one, they get tax exemption, and they get that protection of separation of church and state. And they hide behind
4 years ago. I didn't mean to cut you out. Somebody asked in chat, when did she leave the cult? It was 4 years ago, she said. Correct?
Oh,
Beautiful Messy Ball? 4 years ago, right? She said.
I don't know. I thought it was longer than that, because it was my understanding that she helped raise Matthew.
I'm about to pull it up right now. Watch.
Yeah, pull up the tweet again. I don't remember when she said she left. I know she said she was born and raised in it.
Okay, let's see.
And she spoke out in a few different documentaries. And someone in your chat had said that we haven't seen her face. She's done multiple TV interviews on the San Antonio News Network. So we have seen her face. So she's done interviews with Matthew's dad.
Who was it that did interviews with Matthew's dad?
The stepmom.
Okay.
So we have seen her face, like the case.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I know exactly. I know which ones you're talking about too. Now that you,
I've seen her face quite a few times at like the vigils, and
I think we have about, or I know I have about 3 times now that you're saying that.
And she looks even. I even thought to myself, and I am not in a judgmental way, that she looks very controlled, and that probably comes from her having been in the cult. Like I always thought there was something that seemed a little odd about her, like very reserved almost, and like odd, but not in and I don't mean it in a judgmental way, but it just like something just seemed, and that now it makes sense because there's another woman that was on another reality show that she actually reminded me of, who was another ex-cult member, and now I see the connection of like who she reminded me of. Does it say I was born and raised? He's like, no, it doesn't say in that.
Yeah, it doesn't say on the date on that part, but I know that it was about 4 years from what I read.
I'm sure in one of those documentaries it says, but I don't know, because I didn't watch any of those documentaries. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say was that I don't think she's blaming the cult. It would be interesting to know if, Christopher and his family had any ties to the church, but that's a leap. But
yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I want to know. All right, so this is this is how you debunk it.
Though.
No, for sleuths though, this is how you debunk that. For people who are questioning, look, could Christopher's parents be tied in with this cult? If you got to debunk that by seeing if they're friends with any of them. Even if they are friends with any of the people from there, it doesn't mean that they're in it, but it would be interesting. Now, are they connected with anybody from this cult? Allegedly, is Christopher's parents? That's what that's what I want to know, because that's what debunks all that shit that people are, the emails that I'm getting, or the one email that I specifically read. They were like, I think that they got sacrificed, and I'm like,
you need proof
any evidence to make that leap. You would need to make a connection with mom, dad, being friends with, or with a lot of people in this cult to be able to say some shit like that.
I haven't seen or heard any evidence of that, but based on the post, the church is just trying to instill fear at this point, based on what happened, and saying, when things like this happen, it's your fault because you left the church, you didn't raise your kids right, and this and that. Now, if something else came out, that would be even more crazy, crazier.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what we want to know, though. We want to know if the Romanos and or Mirta was Mirta and friggin' Ramon connected with anybody from this cult. That's the way to debunk that theory that anybody wants to come with. Because
and I don't know how we find that out.
Anybody who's friends with them on Facebook, but that's not only the certain way to find that out. There's other ways too, other than Facebook.
Besides talking to people involved, other ex-members of the church.
You can call in too, by the way. Anybody's more than welcome to call in. You'll more than likely get through, because I'm gonna be on for a long time tonight. So this is wild. I pray for each. You said I pray for each one. Could the thinkers, God be with you on the journey. Yeah, it's like Jehovah Witness. Jamie Mason.
Yeah, or like the Mormons, like, and the not all Mormons. I don't want to bash all Mormons, because not all Mormons are like that, but there's certain sects of the Mormon faith, like the polygamists and the Lori Vallow types, that go a little cuckoo and are very cultish. The FDLS or FLDS. I always mix the letters up. And
what's that? What is that, Aaron? Trev, you want us to smite anyone? Just how?
What?
She's funny.
And then you have the Scientology cult and
what?
I mean, when people do things under the name of religion and invoke fear instead of positivity and light,
it's okay, Macy. It's all right. He could code dude's words mean anything with him and being in prison for what he's in there for. Why hasn't this cult ditched him yet? Yeah, the pedo charges. I'm with you on that, Wicked.
Because
bang bong and
because he's the leader and he's brainwashing them that this is okay and he's grooming them from a young age.
Yeah. Well,
that's how cults work.
Any final thoughts before I take another caller? And you could call back too.
No, that's it.
She said no.
Nah,
I mean, you'll probably develop some after a few more calls come through. I promise.
Oh, I always have thoughts.
Here it goes. They're gonna start rolling back in. I'm about to open it up. But I appreciate you calling in, beautiful messy boy. I always like hearing from you.
Take care.
Thank you. Lock your doors.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Always, they're already locked.
Shout out to her. God bless. 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. Make sure you call in. Is this a cult hit? Ladies and gentlemen, people are, there is a lot of assumptions and people are making allegedly the, cult, but you got to make a connection there. You have to make a connection with the family in a cult to even try to take it there, in my opinion. Right? 734, you're in the door. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, T-REV, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Good. Love your channel. Love your platform. And this is River House. I know I had a little issues before, but I just have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When Matthew's stepmom put that out,
right?
Was it the church that sent that message to her, or was some rando? Do we know that?
Say that again. I was reading the comment.
Oh, was it the church that gave the stepmom the message, or was some rando? Because
it was. I'm pretty sure. She has if you go to her Facebook page, right? The Facebook page that the picture I have up here is her Facebook page, and she was, putting the message out there. She was kind of bothered by what they said on this live stream, and when you click on it, it's in Spanish. But Amazing Grace said you can change the settings from Spanish captions to English captions.
But we don't know where it came from. The message to her.
No, I don't. No, I don't know.
I was in the chat. I was asking, where did it come from?
In the video,
she got the messages.
I'm being told it's from the video.
Okay. I was just wondering, where did she actually get the message? Did she say, this is who sent me this? Because we need to respond to it if we know who it is.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Agreed.
That's all I have. I was trying to get through. I was like, where did it come from? Who was sending the message?
Yeah, no, and I don't know. It's all getting weirder. Every time I wake up, I hear something weirder. It's like I didn't expect to crack my emails this morning and see cults. All I see is nothing but cult emails, labeled cult, cult this and cult that. Oh my God, you got to see this cult. I was like, what is going on? What? Or not this morning. I woke up actually this afternoon. But when I woke up, I opened up my emails and seen that. I was like, kind of taken away.
It's it spreads virus or something. Worry about this case, but anyway, just a question, Hollis. I have no problem with you. We all have our freedom of speech and our opinions, so I just want to say that. But anyways, thanks for taking my and hey, Rev Gang. Peace.
You're welcome. I appreciate you calling in. God bless you. Thank you for the great conversation. I appreciate you being respectful too. Thank you for that. For real.
Yeah, thank you. And lock your doors.
God bless you. You too.
All right. Take care.
River House for being respectful. I like that. I like good gestures. People who can be respectful. 219-885-9693. We want to hear. There we go. 207 sent from heaven. What's going on?
Hey, T-REV. How are you today?
I'm hanging in there. I'm a little sore from that little cowboy ass whooping we got last night. But, I'll be all right.
I can't say that I'm sad for you.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
I'm a Steelers fan, so, but I mean, years ago, I know this is off topic, but years ago, my brother and we would get pencils with all the different teams on it, and we would bet against the team on our pencils, and so we would be able to get our pencils. And he actually, believe it or not, he actually won more pencils from me than I did from him. But anyway, I still love the Steelers. They're the best for me. But anyway, so on topic, I just learned of this cult. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure of what is really going on here with this.
No,
but I'm shocked because I listened to Ick and Mel, and he put some good products out there, and I just I'm shocked that the mother was involved in this, or the family was involved in this cult. It's hard for me to fathom.
See, my thing is this, like, I already see what's being assumed. Now, people are saying, they're trying to put a connection here with this family in the cult. As soon as that's debunked, then get off of that topic. Can anybody debunk it by proving that Ramon and his wife weren't, friends with anybody in that? Can we debunk it that way? Because I already see the accusations coming out and people assuming that. And it's like, I don't know. I just, that's the easy way to debunk it. But if they, are saying drug deal gone bad, I assume that the police found a drug deal gone bad. But could there be more to that? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that for sure. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this didn't come out sooner.
Correct.
That's kind of what puts me on edge with the cult versus the drug deal gone bad. I don't know. T-REV, I'll tell you what. I would like to say, in my opinion, I don't think the cult has anything to do with this. I think it's totally different.
I want to say I'm with you too on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm actually with you. I'm leaning with you on that. Now, people that want to push out that this could be cult related, debunk it. And the way to debunk it is to know if Ramon and Mirtha, were they friends with anybody in this cult? Were they connected to it in any way? Did they hang out or do anything with them? But I doubt that. I mean, would they be that loud on the internet by doing a live stream and saying the type of things to remark a response from, or to get a response from Matthew Gurr's stepmother? Like, she came out and spoke, and I don't blame her. I'd be mad too if I left this group and now they're saying that my son deserved this. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's where I'm at. I lean towards that side with you too. But if since people want to make that accusation, it could be debunked so easily by disconnecting them from Ramon and Mirtha. Period. I'm not saying I believe it, but I don't know. This case is weird as shit.
It sure is. And I mean, I've called in to you a couple times. Well, like, I think I've talked to you 3 times now, but, and it's not that big. It's notoriety. I want notoriety. What is it? Notoriety. I'm not saying the word right.
Notoriety.
Notoriety. I'm completely dumbfounded on this word here. And I'm a college educated person, you know. I mean, my major was criminal justice. My minor was psychology, and I just don't think the cult has anything to do with this.
Right. Yeah.
I really believe that this was a drug deal gone bad. I think it was some greedy kind of stuff going on, and they did what they had to do to get rid of the evidence, and that's where I'm going to believe.
Yeah, I mean, like it says in the affidavit, we got to always refer back to the affidavit. The affidavit doesn't say that it was related to a cult, right? The affidavit says that this was a drug deal gone bad.
Yes, sir.
That's what it says. I mean, that's we read it multiple times here on my channel. I've read it multiple times, and I've read each one too. So it's like, you know, I've read it. It's embedded in my head. So I know what it says. It said, does it say anything cult related? Absolutely not. It doesn't say it looked like a sacrifice. It doesn't say anything like that. And you know, people are starting to make that assumption by saying, "Oh, well, he was mutilated and his pants were found down, and you know, this is ritualistic like now." And that's a lot of emails I've been getting, and I'm not hating on those people that are thinking that at all. But I feel like, wouldn't it be put if something gruesome like that, wouldn't it be put into the affidavit? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be that it was like a ritualistic killing? If it really was, I do feel like it would be detailed in the affidavit. Yes.
Yeah, I think they're using this drama as a bigger picture of what's really going on. I think I don't believe that it's cult related. I don't believe that I'm not sure that drugs weren't a part of it, but I will say that the family situation, keeping it in the family and holding it tight, I think that's big. I think that's the bigger picture.
I was putting a poll up. Okay, so I want to see what you guys are thinking. So I said, you know, do you believe this case is cult related? No way, Jose. Yes, there's more to it. 50-50, anything's possible. Let's see where you're at with it.
I don't think so.
I see you said
I don't think it's cult related.
Right now, I'm on your side. You got to show me a connection from Ramon or Mirtha to this cult, and you know, then my attention, you know, I'm there. And I'm gonna take a peek too. I don't know if you can get into her.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start diving in and looking and see if we can see any of her friends list or anything.
Give us something to look at. You know, give us something to ponder on.
Here's let's go. Let's go to old Mirtha's page here. Here's Christopher Pasadio. We'll go to photos. We'll go to, let's see what we got going on here.
And by the way, just to not kind of go off topic here, I do thank you for taking our calls and getting us involved in, you know, all different situations. You never know when you're right or wrong, but you definitely have a voice, and you give that to us. And that I appreciate.
That's what it's about to me, is giving everybody a chance to use their voice. I know sometimes, like most of the time, I'm usually have everybody on a timer, and matter of fact, I'll click the timer now, so I could try to get everybody through. But I have it pulled up now. Can you see this picture on the screen?
I have you paused right now because I'm online. I'm on the computer. I mean, I'm on my phone, but I'm on the computer. But there's a lot of back feed that comes through whenever I'm live with you. So I just mute myself.
Hollis can't wait to hear the translation email. Hear the translation email? Is that what she's saying? This was a professional hit. How I know I work for the International Intelligence Agency? Bad boy. Money is the
Yeah, I can't say that I believe that.
Now, this is Mirtha Romano's Facebook page that we're looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Mirtha Romano's Facebook page. It doesn't show any of her friends, so we can't go through friends. It says no friends to show. So she has her friends hidden. Is there, we would have to make a connection from a known member to them. We would just have to.
Yeah.
In order to say that type of stuff, in order to be like, okay, they're connected, and that was what it is, you would have to show me that they're connected. And yeah, this is something to look at. People say this is, the other day they were saying this was ritualistic, like the way that she had this set up, the skull set up on this Raider blanket here that we have on the main screen right now. What are your guys' thoughts about that? Hi, T-REV and Fam Church would do arranged marriages. There may be connection with Romano's father. The ex-members talked about their own pair, says Jennifer Gilly. Thank you for the 5 months, by the way, and thank you for your input. But they may be.
So T-REV, just to ask you a question here.
Yeah, too. Yes, ma'am.
Have you listened to Ikenmel's interview with Alyssa?
No.
She's one of the
with Alyssa.
Yeah, she's one of the members of the cult.
No, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it. No.
Well, you should probably pull that up because that's very interesting to hear, and the details of it are just crazy. Like,
but does it tie to Does it tie to anything to this case?
It's not to this case, but it's to the cult.
So it's to the cult exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Her name is Alyssa. It's Ikenmel. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy. I love him so much.
He's suing my boy.
Yeah, pull his interview up with Alyssa.
He's suing my boy, so I mean.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't. Yeah, I want to stick. I want to stick in the middle of that.
No, I don't blame you there. I'm okay with that. I'm just saying.
But
I mean, that's where. Yeah, but I mean, there was Alyssa is a female that was involved in that situation, the cult, and there's a lot of information that is shared there by her.
This could be limelighting. You said this could be limelighting. What? Trying to get in the line, Nina. That's a good point. This could be limelighting, knowing that people would be into the headlines. Are they trying to use this off as some strength to recruit? Is that what you mean by that, by the way? They could be headlining?
Are you asking me?
No, I was reading in chat here, right? I'm looking. Nina Garcia said this could be limelighting. And if she means what I'm thinking and the way that what I exactly just said,
I'm not exactly sure what limelighting is, but I'm
trying to put the cult in the limelight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did now. Now that you say it like that.
To try to gain traction to the cult, and somebody can come over there and they maybe allegedly brainwash a few more people.
I mean, I guess that is possible.
I'm just saying, I gotta mention the possibilities just off of, knowing that they would say that against an ex-member and it's their child or, even stepchild. She's going to say something. So
yeah,
did they do that to force a response out of her? And yeah, I could see the limelighting that's being talked about.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. I mean, I'm only voicing what I know, what I've seen. And I'm not saying it's truth or not truth. I'm just saying that it seems probable for sure.
Absolutely, Sheila. I take that into accountability too. Sheila says she is ex-cult member. Don't confuse it. Yo, no, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard with these things, what to
Yeah.
believe and what not to believe, or what to stand by or not stand by. You know, I mean, it really is. It's all up in the air. And as far as the internet goes, I mean, you can be anybody you want to be behind the camera. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I do
So,
exactly
I mean,
understand what you're saying. 100%.
yeah.
Spe-
But you know
But
what, T-REV, I love you, and I will always love you, and I will never stop loving you. I love your channel. You're awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and kick off from here.
Well, I appreciate you calling in and giving us your thoughts and opinions and theories and
Yes, sir.
sharing what your thoughts are. I appreciate you being a voice in the community. Continue to do that. I love to hear from everybody. That's why I love getting on. I'm a true crime fanatic. Most of y'all are too. So it's like, you know, when we get on here and I get to talk to a lot of you guys and we get to look over these videos and we get to talk these cases, that's the enjoyment I get. But it's super tragic too, and it's also shining a light out there. And that's why I tell you guys to be vigilant and to you know, always lock your doors and to stay safe, because weird shit happens. Now I know that in this particular case, it wasn't a lock your doors moment. It was like, you know, there was a drug deal or whatever going bad here. So this is a different type of case. But in general, this is another example of it's not too late to change your life if you're living this type of lifestyle, and you can change your life.
100%.
Look at what happened to them and motivate that to change your life and get out the streets if you are in the streets.
Yes, sir.
Do it now.
Absolutely.
Do it now. I didn't do it now at that time, and sometimes you pay consequences. But you know what? If me of all people can get out of there, I know anybody can. So please get out, you know. But yes, thank you for calling in. Thank you so much for your light. Thank you for being respectful. I hope you have a blessed night, man.
Yes, yes, sir. You have too.
God bless you. Shout out to her. Great phone call. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody. Now, Clairvoyant T says Ramon, former worker, was on another podcast. He stated Ramon was real religious and prayed all the time.
Bing bang. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, man. Unknown. Show your face, not your waist. I'm sorry, I can't be answering that. Last time, you know, I tried to answer the unknown a couple times, but I always remember the person who called in unknown and yelled the N-word. Never happening again. I will never answer an unknown call because of that. Thugs and gangs here, though, but it originates from California, and SATX do wear Raiders gear. I kind of want to see the rest of this part. Where's it at? Where is this part? Where's it at? Where's it at? It's hidden in the back right now. Right? I know it is. But let me exit that. Where the heck is my thing at? 1 second. I wanted to see the rest of this piece, right? And it's not showing. Oh, I see it. It's at the bottom. I have it dragged right here. I'm gonna watch that here in a minute. Unknown calling double unknown. You are so funny, buddy.
Subsection T2, strike that. Subsection C, subsection 2, subsection C. Defendants levied a consecutive term of a full term of the midterm 8 years in state prison. The reason for that is as a condition
This
of
is
the
that
case
cult.
settlement. And
by the way, if you had just came in, this is that cult leader that spoke out, or not the person who spoke out, but the mom was speaking out against the cult. Unknown. Show your face, not your waist.
Get the fuck out of here!
And under Penal Code Section 667.6, subdivision D, as to count 1, a violation of Penal Section 288, subdivision C, subdivision 1, the defendant is levied a consecutive term for the reason of being part of the case settlement must be 1/3 the midterm. The midterm is 2 years. 1/3 thereof is 8 months. Defendant is levied a term of state prison of 16 years and 8 months.
They smoked this boot.
Pursuant to penal section 1202.4, subsection B, defendant is levied a $300 restitution fine. Pursuant to penal section 1202.45, defendant is levied a $300 probation revocation fine, which is suspended.
It's unknown.
A $120 security fee, which is $40 per count. A $90 criminal court assessment, which is $30 per count, is submitted tissue sample pursuant to penal section 296. Pursuant to penal section 1202.4, subsection F, defendant
this does have an automatic.
determined at a hearing August 18, 2022, 8:30 a.m. in this department. Defendant is
I don't see
not
English,
ordered
though.
to appear, as he has waived his right. He's given the following credits: 1,102 actual days, 165 days conduct credits as pursuant to penal section 2933.1.
Boy, unknown, you are wasting your time. You know that, right? You know that, right? Unknown, you're wasting your time calling in from two phone lines at the same exact time over and over again. Weirdo.
That is granted.
So what does this all mean? Is
trying to
this
block
cult
callers from calling in? That's some
trying to claim that the family of Matthew and Savannah and Matthew and baby Fabian deserved it? What in the world? Other people are saying online, I actually saw that they're saying it's not the Preciados. It was this cult that did it, set the Preciados up. Or even I even seen people say that the Preciados were part of this cult and it was a revenge plot on Savanah and Matthew. Did you guys see that? Because
did you hear that back again?
Or even I even seen people say that the Preciados were part of this cult and it was a revenge plot on Savanah and Matthew. Did you guys see that? Because I seen it.
A revenge plot?
What in the world's going on here? Is this cult involved or not? And why is this cult allegedly harassing the family of Matthew? Let me know what you think. I wanted to share this information, the latest in this case. What's up with this cult? Have you ever heard of this cult before? Have you ever heard of this church? Have you heard of that guy I just shared? Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, covering the Savanah Soto case.
That shit's crazy. That's what I know. It's flat out crazy. Unknown, keep calling. I love it. Keep that same energy. We like that. We like people who are bored. You know? Fucking weirdo. What a weirdo. We got some weirdos out here, boy. I'll tell you that much right now. Weirdos. So what talking about Cole? I don't get it. So what are they saying? I don't know. That's a good point. There is also a case here in Houston. I was also checking out the one about that little baby back, the one Angela sent. I think it's simpler than a cult. Leslie Martin says, RG, I'm afraid open a van or a can of worms. And now rumors the cult is not involved. Nah, not a cult to me. He was on Chronicles. T-REV is very professional and never doxes. I've never doxed nobody. The only person that got their boots smoked on here was somebody by the name of Dave, right? He got his boots smoked because he would not call and just say, hey, that wasn't Brian that called into your show, allegedly, right? The only people I shared your number with is Squat. Call in and do that weird shit. 678, it's never too late. What's going on?
T-REV?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, so I have a question for you.
What's going on?
You know the whole Facebook print from Raquel regarding the cult situation and how Matthew may have deserved it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Did it sound to you like she may have been venting?
As far as like what? Like venting as in?
Like what she wrote on her Facebook was venting. Like, I know it's very upsetting and I get all that. And I feel like she was really coming out and venting, and people need to back off the family right now. They're going through so much.
Right.
And there have been some podcasts that have been discussing and having conversations with like Savannah's best friend.
Yeah, I seen that.
And
I seen that, and I heard it was nicely asked to be taken down or something. I did hear about that, or actually, I did
did
see
you?
that. I watched it live.
Okay, so you did see that?
I think
Because it wasn't like it was bad or anything. It just sounded to me like what she was saying is that she felt the whole thing with the Preciados was she knew Chris Preciado back in school. Savannah's best friend did.
Oh no, but
And
whoever you are an idiot to send a death threat through a text message with your phone number. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker I know in the world. So trying to send me a death threat text message is crazy. You know that, right? You got to be about stupid, not you. Whoever just sent a death threat text message is about as dumb as they come. You send a death threat text message from a phone number? All right, say less.
Somebody would do that to you?
From what I just read.
No, that sucks. That's terrible. You don't deserve that. You're a good guy.
I'm not scared. You can send a death threat all you want.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that she knew Chris Preciado from school, and what she's saying is that Chris Preciado was kind of like a whatever anybody told him to do, he would do because he didn't have a whole lot of friends, and he was kind of a guy that wanted friends, but didn't have any, but would do anything for anybody who would ask. And this whole thing, I do believe that he did know Matthew, and I think something horribly went wrong with that whole situation. But I think you're right. It does look like the mother in the Kia.
Yeah, I think it is mom. I think it is mom and the Kia, and I think mom and dad are just cleaning up son's mess. That's
Yeah,
what I think.
I don't know. It almost looks to me like dad had no clue what was going on, except that he was kind of thrown in at the very end.
And everything's
I don't
always
know.
allegedly. Even for phone callers, if you're calling in, everything said here is allegedly.
It's always allegedly, and
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to
No,
throw
you're
that word
good.
in. I apologize.
No. Don't worry about that. I got you covered all day long. I got you covered
But
all day long.
Yeah,
but that's weird. People sending in death threats. Like, are you trying to troll? Like, literally, like, come on. Yeah, I do. I did get the next one. Hold up. Good evening. Did you receive the picture of the bodies in the car? Yes, I did. I did get that one.
But this whole cult thing that's coming in right now, I think it kind of came started from a vent, and now everybody's trying to read into the cult. And do you really think the cult has anything to do with any of this? Honestly, do you?
Do I think that the cult is connected to this?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta, and if you want me to even fathom it, like, I mean, if you want me to fathom it, I need a connection from Ramon and Mirtha. I need a connection. I need a connection. We got to connect the dots for Ramon and Mirtha, allegedly, if we need to even dabble in that direction, right? I feel like that's only fair if we could make a connection between them two, then I feel like, yeah, then you could dabble that all the way to the end, because that would be a weird coincidence. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it would be a very
that's if though, and I don't believe that, but I'm saying if there was a connection made, if the cult connection was made there, I'm gonna be sussed out completely.
Yeah, I just think that, in all honesty, it's the last time I'm going to say it because I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I just think that Raquel was venting, and some stuff came out, and now everybody's pulling the cult card, and it's become a big mess. And one last thing, JLR investigates. You know about that guy, right? Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, that's my guy. That's my buddy. I talked to him.
Oh, is it?
All
I'm
about
sorry.
him. I know all about him, and that's my guy. That's my buddy. Like, we are friends. We work together, and That's my butt.
Do you
But
come from
I know people don't like him. I get it. People don't like me. I get it. I understand it. People don't like a lot of different people. I understand it. You have your reasons.
Yeah.
And I'll let you
Yeah.
have that. And I
Okay.
respectfully disagree with it, but I'm not gonna, I won't bash nobody for their opinion on anyone. You hold your opinion to what you want to hold it to.
You know what? And that's what I like about you. That's really what I like about you is you listen to everybody, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
Absolutely. That's what it's about, is listening. And that's why I do this way. It's like an old school. I want this to be like a old school radio show, but it's true crime 24/7. Call in. That's what I eventually want to raise it back up to 12 hours normally a day, to where we're covering several different things. But that's something that I'm building up.
Well, thank you so much for that, T-REV, and God bless. And you're a great guy. Thank you so much for allowing us to call in and give our point of view. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'll never stop doing that. So you can always count on me being there for that. I promise you that.
All right.
I've been
Thank you
doing
so
it since
much.
Idaho 4. We've been doing. We did it with, we're gonna keep doing it. God bless you. Thank you for calling in. I hope that you have a
All right.
beautiful night. You lock your doors, you stay safe, and thank you for calling in and being a voice in the community. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Such a sweet woman. Shout out to her. 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. What's going on? She is a grieving parent, Sharon said. Victoria said, glad to be here tonight. Glad to have you, Victoria. Hector says, yeah, Katie, I'm the same. And I just think it's something else behind this. We want to hear from you. If you think there's something else behind this, if you think that this case is completely weird and there may be a connection, we want to hear from you. 219-885-9693. Good evening. I see this picture right here. Maybe hold on, let me save it. We'll take a peek at it, right? He said bodies in the car. Oh, wow. What's going on here? 208. It's never too late. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hi, this is Deborah again.
Deborah, talk to us.
Yeah. Hey, you know that Raiders table or whatever that is? I think that's just like what do you call it? Like a altar or something, or like a display of all their memorabilia or whatever. I don't think it has anything to do with cults, that Berta or whatever she has on her, whatever that picture is,
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the Raiders with you don't think that that's ritualistic, sitting in a circle like
that? No, because I have a sister that she thinks she's a witch, but she says she's a good witch, okay? And she has like this altar stuff, you know what I mean?
Come on,
she has all these like
you gotta let
all
them,
these little
you gotta let them
all these little trinkets and stuff, displayed like it's like
so she's
it's
Wiccan.
I don't know.
So she's Wiccan. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, well, I don't even think she says she's Wiccan. I don't even know what she is really, but she does her thing with all her friends, and the seasons, all the different seasons, and right. But she considers herself a witch, anyways. I don't know. To me, she's just an old hippie. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's just a Raiders, like maybe they're Raiders fans and they just displaying their stuff with all their, maybe they have like some cult type things, but I don't think it's no like murder thing for like that. You know what I mean? Like
and another thing is where's this crime scene? You know what I mean? Where's this crime scene? There's still some things that haven't been cleaned up with this yet. We have a shell casing.
Oh no.
We have a shell casing in the vehicle in the back, but we don't have where was this other shell casing at? Was there two different
Right. Either they missed it. Either missed it or they were, maybe in a hurry and somebody was coming up and they had to get out of there. I don't know. But it was dark maybe because weren't they saying it was like almost midnight or almost 1 a.m. or the time was like 12 something or
Yeah, and I got
I don't
these
know
2 videos I got up. I mean, I know I'm sure a lot of y'all seen these videos, but the 2 videos I got up is from the other day when Hollis was out there driving around and surveilling the area. So we're seeing a look at the neighborhood here, and I'm sure this neighborhood had cameras. I'm sure that they had, you know, canvassed this whole entire area. She's on Charlie Chan. There's the house right there. She drives right down there. She's getting on Cary Grant. Now, Cary Grant, remember they talked about Cary Grant and Charlie Chan in the affidavit. Now, did Matthew Gurra pulled up? Did he pull up next to this house right here? Did he park next to this house and Christopher walked out there by himself, or with his dad, or who was he by? What was it? Was he by himself here and was able to pull off what he pulled off? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a psychic anyways, and I'd probably be wrong anyways. But yeah, I have no clue on that. I'm just curious myself. Anyways, you
I'm
still
very
there?
curious too. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I just had to put my 2 cents worth in there about that display or whatever, that altar or whatever it is. You know, only because I have that Wiccan or whatever
You're
she
talking
is,
about this
sister.
specific picture right here that I have in the middle of the screen. So I have that picture here. It's the Raiders.
Yeah, well, I have my TV paused, so I don't know.
That Raider
just so I
picture.
can
It's got
talk.
the 2
Yeah, I
skulls
know
right
what one you're
there.
talking about. Yeah. Who
Mhm.
knows? I mean, I have a bunch of dolphin stuff around, so I don't know. That doesn't make me a cult leader or anything, you know, or
I agree.
real,
No, agreed.
realistic. You know, I
Agreed.
collect
100%.
little
Agreed. I mean,
dolphins.
I have a quartz skull, a white quartz skull that I paid $150 for.
Oh
It's
yeah,
white.
that's awesome. Yeah, like
It's a white quartz skull.
different.
That doesn't
Yeah,
mean I'm a
different.
cult leader. I'm
Right,
not a rap gang
exactly.
cult leader. Make sure you guys sign up for the
Yeah, like
cosmic
those
metallurgy.
geode rocks.
You know, I'm gonna have you
You
guys
know.
do these things for me, man. You know, nah, we ain't doing none of that around here. Everybody is their own
Exactly.
leader. That's the if you are in
Right.
you're a cult, you better get the hell away from them fast.
Yeah. No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's you know of course the police know a lot more than we know. I mean, until they start divulging that, they're not gonna. Maybe there is a 4th person out there that they're still looking for. You know, maybe they're probably. My guess is they're probably listening to these lives and different, you know, channels and getting information, or people are putting in tips like, hey, you know, we're talking on, you know, T-REV's channel, and you know, here we go, you know, and this is what we all think, you know.
You never know.
I mean, yeah, you never know. But anyways, I like your channel, and I do listen to JLR, and you know, there's a few of you that I go to, and I look to see, oh, and maybe they're on live today, or you know, if they're not, because I was around when you were doing all those, like marathon lives. You
I'm the
know,
marathon
like
live master. Nobody
yeah,
can do
you're
it like me
the
either. And I
no,
like a test though. I do a 24-hour, no bullshit. If people stay active, we
yeah.
stay calling in, we stay rolling, I will stay on for as long as you keep it rolling.
And I have nothing. I have nothing else to do, and I turn it on, and like I look for your channel to see if it's live, because I know you're probably most likely going to be on, and I'm interested in true crime. So and this is where I find the latest stuff, because nowadays people don't really watch like regular TV channels like they used to, you know, you know, the 4 different major networks, right? They watch internet TV or cable TV, and this is what you get, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are my news, you know. I get the latest up to date, like, news.
We like
really,
to
because
we like to peel things back a little bit around here. We like to go through the court documents. We like to I'm just
yes,
let you know what we like to do around. We like to go through those court documents. We like to watch videos. We like to get visualers of different things. We like to take call-ins all night long. We like to hear from the community. We like to give the community a voice. We like to, you know, that's the things that we like to do around here. So if you are into that and you are into calling in and you are into listening and you are into putting an input and sending in emails and, you know, trying to track me down from the 50 different tabs that I'm going through while we're live and talking and doing these different things, join the fight. We are in here, and we
What
do it
about
in
the
numbers.
comments? Do you have to be a member to do comments? Because I was trying to find how I can just
No.
comment.
What I do, what I try to do for people, because a lot of people complain, is I put on slow chat, so you can only put in a chat like every 30 seconds. So,
No, I don't. I
that
can't
doesn't
even
apply
find
to
a chat.
members. It doesn't. I just found out that it didn't apply to members. I was like, oh, so it doesn't apply to members. You know what I mean? But the slow
Yeah,
mode
I couldn't
applies to
even
everybody
find
else.
where to chat because see, I watch it on TV, so I can't really chat on there. So I go over to my computer and I try to find the chat, and I'm like looking everywhere. I don't even know where to look, but I used to be able to chat, so I would, if I'm watching on TV and I want to chat to somebody when they have a live going, and so I go run over to my computer and I do a chat, but I'm looking and I don't know, I can't find it, so I don't know, maybe you had it set up for just members or what, but anyways, so that's what made me call, is because I wanted to say something about that Raiders thing, and I thought of when I seen it, I thought, oh, that's just somebody that likes to put up like an altar like my sister does. She does like all these like angel things and stuff, but I don't know, her little I don't know, I want to say her Grateful Dead stuff she puts up too. So
yeah, make sure you got to subscribe to chat, by the way. That's that's another reason
well,
why
I'm
you can't chat.
subscribed.
Well, if you don't subscribe, it won't let you chat also. That's another reason.
Subscribed.
Okay.
I'm subscribed because it says I'm subscribed, but I don't find where you can comment anywhere.
That's weird. Hold on, I'm trying to think for you here. You're on a TV? What are you on?
Well, I do the TV, but I have a computer set up, but I don't want to turn it on right now because then it'll be a feedback because I have it set up for yours. Like if I'm going there and it says it's on live, and then it says your T-REV. Oh, by the way, the reason I really started watching you, and it's been a while, I'm sure it's been over a year now, but it's because it says 757. I was born in 57. So
oh wow. Oh,
and so I figured 757, it's like a good luck number. To me it is.
And you're on a computer, so when you're on the computer and you turn on the live stream, if you don't put it big screen, right? There's going to be a chat box that shows up to your right as long as you have it on default view.
A chat as a subscriber. Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, ma'am. Right to
now
your right,
I
and
see
you'll
it
be able
over
to
there.
see it. You can click that and type in. You click in at the bottom right there where it says
Oh,
post a comment, and you can talk
great.
with everybody in chat, just like everybody that talks on here.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I will do that. I'll let you get on to somebody else here because I want to listen to. I'm going to catch up to what you're showing and stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
But I enjoyed talking with you, and you have a good night.
You too, man. Thank you
hello,
so much.
everybody. Bye now.
God bless you, ma'am. You lock your doors and stay safe,
you.
okay?
Yep, you too. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Shout out to her. Very good caller. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Is there people in here that think there's a cult connection like the emails I was reading from earlier? That specific one went super deep, though. The specific email that I'm talking about went very deep into this whole thing. Like this thing, and 678. It's never too late. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, T-REV, I meant to tell you. I forgot to tell you this. I know you're interested in what happened with this crime, and you're looking in to see how it all started and how the timing was.
Right.
Somebody had sent into Crime Stoppers. They called Crime Stoppers around 10:30 from that apartment complex that the car was found in.
Right. Wasn't that
and
the cousins?
No.
I'm pretty sure that I thought it was the cousins. I thought the cousins found the vehicle. Chat, let me know if I'm wrong. Didn't the cousins find the vehicle? Correct me.
No, the cousin might have found. No, what I'm trying to say is at 10:30 the night that Matthew and Savanah were shot, 10:30 that night, somebody who lives in the apartment complex called Crime Stoppers because they heard gunshots go off in the parking lot.
Okay. Sister-in-law
And
found the vehicle. Tell her to hold on, let's see. She's talking about that girl heard shots. Okay, Katie Love. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. So they thought the person who called Crime Stoppers
Abby
said they heard
the Abbey apartments near the, she's talking about the Abbey apartments near them apartments. Okay. Keep going, you're good.
So okay. So the apartment complex that the car was found in, somebody who lives in that building the night of the shooting said they heard 2 gunshots at 10:30 at night.
Yes, ma'am. What was that at?
So
what was that said?
Somebody who lives in the apartment complex where the shooting took, where they found the car, where Savanah and Matthew were found. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody who lives in that complex, 10:30 the night of the shooting, so the 21st, they heard gunshots, 2 gunshots at 10:30 at night.
Now, do you know who the tip was from? Did it say? Good question, Sharon.
No, that was not brought up. All it said on the tip is that they heard gunshots. They called Crime Stoppers. They heard gunshots at 10:30. So perhaps this whole thing happened before. I mean, that's why they're saying nothing's making sense, because how could this all take place in 9 minutes? They could have been shot before that 9 minutes happened. Perhaps Christopher called his parents and blah, blah, blah around, after all he had shot them, and around 11:30 at night.
Right.
Maybe he shot them, dragged Chris's body, or dragged Matthew's body into the back of the car. He called his dad, and perhaps Martha hid her gun because she had to cover up for Chris.
Now, where's the proof for all that?
What do you mean?
No,
proof
like
for all that?
the actual the call, like you said, that call in, right? Was it from this apartment complex or the Abbey? Because some people are saying Abbey. I see a mixture of responses on that. They're talking about Abbey apartments, and then
the apartment complex where the car was at, where the father meets Christopher, that apartment complex.
And
I don't know what the name of it is.
This one right here. I have it on the screen right now.
Is it Danny K?
This is one of my connects from out there, Hollis. She went out here to this location, drove around, sent in about she actually, and then we had I don't know if you missed it or if any of you guys didn't see it or not, but I was able to interview somebody who went to school at elementary, middle, high school, and also talk to him. He sent me a yearbook picture of Christopher, by the way. Homies, he sent me a yearbook picture. I'm going to show you guys. Hold up. Let me pull this out because he just sent this. He said, I thought this would be interesting for you to see. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Hold up. Let me pull this up. He said, this is him in 8th grade. I'll see if I can find some from elementary later on. Figured you would like to see this. This is from my yearbook. Now, this is Christopher Preciado. Again, Christopher Preciado right here. Hold up. See if we can make it a little bigger screen. This is our suspect right now.
Wow.
Right there. Now, that was him back in the day. Now, this is fresh out his yearbook from our guy. Make sure.
Okay, that's 8th grade, though, right?
Yeah, that's 8th grade.
Yeah, so he's probably been growing his hair out since. Yeah. But yes, it was from that apartment complex that you have up on the screen that you've been driving around in. Yes, that's the apartment complex the person called in from that heard the gunshots at 10:30.
No way. I've been looking for the damn yearbook. Yeah, no, he's got the yearbook pictures. He's been sending me a lot of stuff. I've been communicating with the dude and he's got all the yearbooks from when they went to school together. And he said something about, I think he said something about the graduation stuff too. So shout out to him for sending that stuff in. Again, this is that apartment complex that she's talking about. Our phone caller that's calling in right now, the sweet woman we're talking to, this is the apartment complex she's referring to.
That's the apartment complex. And the reason why I see somebody says, why didn't the police say anything about Crime Stoppers? The police are holding back a lot. They're not going to tell everybody everything.
Right.
But
they're going to keep shit close to the vest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think the police knew a whole lot more than what they were saying before they even said that they did.
I do want to ask you this. What, like, being that you brought up that the whole 1030 like thing that you were speaking about, or hearing shots, where did you first hear about that at again?
That actually came up. Somebody actually had the receipt to that in another podcast, and it was there. The whole call was actually typed out.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was wondering about that before, because I cannot imagine all that taking place within 9 minutes. It just couldn't have. So, the car may have pinged, within 9 minutes, but that's the timing that it happened when the father was actually contacted.
Right.
When Christopher actually contacted his father. So everything could have been done before that.
Why would someone call Crime Stoppers and not the police? Not the same thing?
No. No. Somebody called Crime Stoppers. What I'm saying about the 9 minutes, I'm not explaining this well. When Christopher contacted his father,
it's okay. Take it.
Help.
You get your words. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. When Christopher contacted his father to help him, he may have shot Savanah and Matthew around 10:30 at night. He then had to drag Chris's body and put it into the backseat of the car. He had some things he had to do before he contacted his dad. So perhaps when the Kia pinged to the father's house, it may have already been around 11:30 at night.
Now, Smile Love says they believe you. They said caller drop off was 9 minutes. T-REV, they were missing days. All we know is the ping at the Preciados. We still don't know when Savanah and Matt were killed or where. And Smile Love also followed up with that saying, caller, I believe your theory.
Yeah. So, I mean, that I truly believe that, that caller may have had something there, and the police, I'm sure, are behind all that. They're just not showing all their cards. But I'm sure that call that was to Crime Stoppers has been followed up on.
Do you think that there's more?
But I thought you might find that interesting, huh?
Do you think that there's more players here at all?
No.
Or you think this is over with? I mean, I kind of think it's over with, but people are trying to bring the narrative of this cult. That the stepmom started talking about this cult, and now, I do see a theory of, is Ramon and Mirta, were they in this cult, and people are starting to connect it to some type of religion, and he was praying a lot, and he was this a lot, and he was that a lot. But I mean, if this was really in a cult, would he have gave his son up so quickly or did anything like that? I just don't know. I don't know. I don't see that.
I don't know, and I can't.
I don't believe it.
I can't say. Yeah, I can't say that, anything about that. All I know is that, what I've been
I wouldn't knock down anybody who called in and who believes that, because I want to hear from you guys respectfully. As long as we have a respectful conversation, absolutely. I don't care. I'd love to hear why you think that. And seeing that a decent amount of people do believe that this is a ritualistic type killing, which is, I don't know, like, for me to be able to say this possibly could be, I need to see a connection with them two being, connected in with this cult, allegedly, for me to even start to really look down that avenue so hard and push it like I believe it. I need to see that connection.
Yeah, and I would absolutely agree with you on that. But I heard you talk on the last caller about everybody's still trying to figure out where this had actually happened, and I thought, oh my gosh, the Crime Stoppers call, I forgot to tell you about that. So I wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem.
And I appreciate you calling in too. I appreciate great conversation. Is there any final thoughts that you have for this case in general?
I do not. I think I've said my piece.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being a voice in the community. God bless you. Lock your doors, stay safe, and hopefully I'll hear from you again pretty soon.
All right, T-REV. Thank you.
You too, man. After her, beautiful phone caller, beautiful phone caller. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Everybody has a voice around here, so make sure you call in. We'd love to hear from you. Was this a ritualistic type killing? And welcome, Jessica Daniel. Thank you for becoming a part, or Jessica Danielle. Thank you for becoming a part of the Rev Gang family. Everybody, welcome her in. Thank you.
Bing bang.
A few moments later. Get her done.
We want to hear from you, Janet. What's going on? 646, you are in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, T-REV. So
Liz,
that's
what's going on, my friend?
yeah. I'm kind of confused. So that Spanish video.
Where you dive in? How's your night?
Oh, I'm good. I still haven't taken down my Christmas tree though. I'm looking at it. And I just realized
put
it.
mine in the attic before I came on.
Oh. So anyway, that Spanish video of the church that Midwest sent to you. Okay, so the very first message, the very first comment was pinned. That was pinned to that. It Google translated to English and I emailed it to you. I think that's the message that the Guerra, the stepmom, got, and I think that's what she's reacting to. Because once I read it, it's really mean, like blaming her for all this kind of stuff, and then they said that they're not even like, like her son deserved it. Do you see it in your email box?
Yes, I do. Right here. It says it says now you copied and pasted it, right?
Yeah, I copied and pasted the translation to your email.
Elder Castro?
Yeah, that's the Midwest video. That's the first comment pinned. I don't care.
Now it says,
I just knew somebody was. I can't translate the whole video, but that was the pinned comment from, I guess, the church.
Now, okay, so this
to
says,
her.
I won't pull it up and show you your email, but it says, Miss Rachel Gurra, don't be offended. No one here was happy about the tragic and much less about the only innocent, the baby. Now, tell people also like you for a long time have attacked girls, women, and old women just for being LLDM women. And without proof, you attack them, an innocent who never hurt you in your life. And now that because of you, your son entered into crime, because education takes place at home, who never hurt you in your life. Now that because of your son entered into crime, because education takes, why is it repeating? Is that, did you copy and paste it twice? They said the same thing over.
I might have.
Hold up. And then they said the same thing twice, which doesn't make sense, but it does say something different down here. Your son entered into crime because education takes place at home. Don't come and want to blame LLDM for your irresponsibility. See his Facebook and you will see how he attacked the church and joined a group to defame and damage, but everything in this life is paid. And if I don't believe in God, what will call him karma? Don't come now to be the victim, Mrs. God bless you, and stop doing evil. That was wow.
Yep. I probably copy and pasted the first part twice.
No, it's okay, but I'm glad it had the most part on there. So whoa.
Yeah, that's the one that was pinned.
Now is that from somebody in that cult?
I don't know. It's the message that's pinned there from the Spanish video that Midwest sent to you. That was from the cult.
Some weirdo.
Yeah. So maybe that's what she's responding to. I just don't know.
Some weirdo sent a death threat. Talk about popping my head through the window. I dare you.
But I don't think it's cult related. I mean, you'd have to have the Prasadios be in the cult. There's got to be a connection if that's not the church related thing. But I wanted you to have that so you could see it and see if it was really related to what y'all were talking about, because I kind of came in late.
Yeah, Well, a lot of people are assuming that this is ritualistic, like killing. I don't know what happened from. I don't know what happened from yesterday to when I got up today, but I just bust the emails open for the day. I'm like, we got this going crazy, and I open it, start reading. I'm like, whoa.
Well, I will tell you this: in the video I took when I turned on Charlie Chan Road, it starts right there, and I went all the way down at the end. At the end is where the Persadios lived, and that's the corner of Charlie Chan, and I am facing Cary Grant.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would have turned and continued on Cary Grant, there would have been another route to take to the apartments that would have passed a street that had a cul-de-sac right there. But other than that, if I'd have just reversed what I did in the video, right from that main street, you're on your main road.
What's this Santa Meter? Okay, I could read this to you right now. Now that we're on the phone, ladies and gentlemen, I found that email that somebody said, please do not let them know who I am. I want to send this in anonymously. They told me to read this, but they didn't want me to say who it was. So I'm going to read this email to you guys right now. Listen, they said, and it's kind of short. They said, here is some interesting info about Santa Muerte. I think it's Muerte, Santa Muerte, which is a deviant spiritual god that has worshipped by many cartels, gangs, and lone individuals. The subject of this email, by the way, is Saint Muerte Soto Aguro case. And it says, claiming a devotion to Santa Muerte allows a killer to rationalize their activity and provide protection from enemies, law enforcement, or rival gang / cartel. It says this also. It is important to note that Santa Muerte killings are inspired by and ritualistic. This means that some people are inspired by it while others may be part of a group and practice on much deeper level. It doesn't have to be cartel or gang. It could be anyone seeking San Muerte's protection. Texas, 2005. Gabriel Cardona Ramirez was recorded by the DEA bragging about killing 2 teenagers with a broken bottle and drinking a cup of their blood as an offering to Santa Muerte. Now it says, Civilian City, Texas, 2011, a man was found stabbed and partially burned in his trailer. Next to the trailer were lit candles and a small white Santa Muerte statue. There are others that have been reported in the U.S. Phoenix, October 2010, and Chicago, April 2011. And the FBI has been growing more concerned because they believe many are going unreported because law enforcement is unaware and often fails to identify the scene as a Santa Muerte-inspired killing. The most infamous of these killings were in the border town of Matamoros, Mexico in 1989.
Yeah.
A group of local marijuana dealers began kidnapping people as offerings to Santa Muerte. Now it says it became national news when a college student was taken from Corpus Christi, Texas, while on spring break. This got the U.S. heavily involved and was the FBI's introduction to Santa Muerte. Since then, there has been little to educate law enforcement on how to identify crime scenes involving Santa Muerte worship. Therefore, the FBI does believe many of these cases are going unreported as ritualistic killings. Remember, it can be one person inspired by Santa Muerte who is seeking protection, or larger groups such as gangs, cartels. I don't know that this changes anything because I still think Christopher did it. It would shed some light on motive and why they were so careless. Careless because they thought they were protected by Santa Muerte. Some of the drug cartels believe that these ritual offerings make their shipments invisible to law enforcement. That's wacko. It's possible that Christopher and his family felt protected by Santa Muerte. This would explain all the sloppiness with their horrible crime. Now, that was an email sent in from somebody who didn't want me to say anything. They didn't want me to say.
Oh my gosh.
So
I don't know how you can get all these emails.
So I wanted to read that to you guys
and ruffle through them all.
I had to go through that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, like I said, when I woke up this morning, there was some wild stuff.
But I will tell you, it only took me 4 minutes to drive from the Persadio's home to the back of the drop-off where the car was. With one clean shot, without stopping, without videotaping or anything. It's like a 4.5 minute drive. It's not far at all.
All right.
Like, there's plenty of time to just get in the car, shoot both of them, get out, pull them, throw one in the back, get back in and drive. That can be done in those 9 to 10 minutes.
What's that episode?
It's not like he had to drive so far away. Huh?
No, Mara was saying in chat Matthew's stepmom was in the cult. I remember her, and I remember seeing that and know that she was in it. She's an ex-cult member. I think she's been out for 4 years from what I was able to gather before I came on here. Now, she's saying that she had it. She was in the cult and that she's on an episode of Law and Crime talking about it. I have yet. I haven't found the Law and Crime one. Maybe somebody did post it and I just looked past it on accident. But that shit is crazy. The death threats. But yeah, somebody.
Oh, it's yeah, it was posted. Somebody posted in a Discord. It was the Bob Ross video. Okay. Not Bob Ross. That's the painter. Somebody Ross. Midwest knows. Is she still awake in chat?
Midwest? Possibly. You never know. I left the room.
It was some guy's name, something Ross.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
I don't know if she put it in case info or if she put it in just main chat.
You never know when somebody very confusing. Just make sure we all save tonight before we go to sleep. We need that negative energy up out of here. Bing bong.
Brian Ross, Midwest. She just answered. Brian Ross.
So Brian Ross. All right. What's the Law and Crime though? The Law and Crime piece.
I don't know. Midwest knows it. Maybe she can resend it. Maybe Midwest can repost it real quick. General case chat.
Did you hear this? Hold up again. Your T-REV, your guest, Thomas said Chris was friends with the guy who said they snitched on Mona's blank video. This cult biz is bullshit. You need to ask Thomas to tell us more about that friendship connection with a wink.
Bing bang. Oh my God. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Do we need to revisit Thomas this week? Thomas said some things to Hollis too that caught my attention, ladies and gentlemen. The guest that we
I sent you. I was able to send you the full 7-minute video interview on your Twitter DM.
Okay, my Twitter DM. I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah, I sent the whole 7.5 video. It's the only way I could have downloaded the whole thing.
This is the one you did?
Oh, is it the one of the inside of his car?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. We will play that. We will play
That's the full one without the cuts, in between, so that it kind of just rolls with you.
Hold up now. People are people sussed out about Thomas? We will play.
No, I don't think so.
No, about what he said there, and then he also said something about. I remember being able to debunk it because I think he said I think during the part where he goes when he was talking to him, he goes that he heard that Christopher and Matthew possibly had a beef before or something, and it was something to that manner. I'd have to re-listen again to be able to. I don't want to switch his words up on him. I don't want to do that. I gotta.
Adjusted fate. That's because I had talked to Thomas before I asked him if I could record him. And I showed him the TikTok video where they talked about like Christopher being arrested, but then Christopher got out earlier, so they thought he had snitched.
They say we need.
It's the one. It's the one from the.
You think we can get Thomas back up?
Yeah, I'm sure you could give him a call. Probably not now.
No, but he.
No, but he'd come back. Oh yeah, he'd come back. He'd chat with you more.
I'm curious because he did say
he's so nice. He's super nice.
He sent me a couple pictures and stuff after that. We talked a little bit after the interview, but they went to elementary, they went to middle, they went to high school together. They were classmates at one point. They played basketball together at one point. He said this was something that he would never expect out of Christopher Preciado. So
he said it was totally out of the blue.
But what I did find some little interesting things there, that the rival school of their school was against Xana's. I did find that interesting, but that could just be, coincidence too. That doesn't mean that that's a connection there or anything. But I did find that interesting as somebody who marks down details and takes notes. That's a note that I took. Right. When I hear rival school, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe, they had a connection through this rival at school, but it seems like as Christopher wasn't going to football games or anything like that. As he said, he was a football player. Thomas did. So Thomas played football for this school. And you said, I re-listened to you live twice today of Thomas talking. They sounded like they barely knew each other, to be honest. And I kind of felt that way too.
And he said they kind of like after middle school, like Christopher, like he didn't really, like I asked him, I said, did Christopher date anybody in high school that you noticed? And he was like, well, we kind of, did our own separate things. And, I didn't really pay much attention to him after that.
It's just something to know. It's something to know.
But I tell you what, I will tell you this, that Kalinas apartment complex, not to speak badly of everybody who lives there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Matthew made a lot of stops at every single door in that apartment complex.
Well, if that was the
I'm just saying, because I had a lot of people. I mean, I saw a lot of what I didn't need to see, and I got enough of the read of the apartment complex.
Can you answer this
that
question for me?
There's no doubt he probably knew that was a secluded spot, Christopher.
Hold up. Hey, T-REV, love the stream. Did anyone look up Matthew's previous arrest record? I saw he went to jail for domestic, but you don't snitch to get out of that. Yeah, we seen it. And if you didn't see the documentary that I put out, or a little, small docu-series I made on here, it has a lot of very good facts laid down in it. Some stuff we talk about pertaining to that, Jacqueline. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's the last video that I uploaded. It's coming up on 20K. It seems to be doing well, and it's very informational. I went off the affidavit. I went off facts surrounding the case, and I had a few words of my own in it. So make sure you check it out if you haven't. I didn't know much about my classmates that weren't my close friends. Right, exactly. People that you have in your class, you go to school, you come into school, it's like you see these faces, but outside of that, you don't know them as a person when you get on that school bus and you leave. You just know them as the people that they are when you see them at the cafeteria, when you see them as classmates, when you're in the art room with them, when you're in music class with them, when you're, you know what I mean? That's where you know them at. You know them when you're pegging them in the fucking face with a dodgeball at school and like, you know it.
Right. It seemed like he spent more time consistently with him, like in elementary and in middle school, where the parents were always involved and he always saw him and they played ball together. And then in high school, he went his way and Chris went his way. But and he lived literally 2 streets over from him in the neighborhood. So. Anyway, but I find it very interesting that the police are not like really, giving us more of a press release of like, I don't know. I just feel like but that's me. Maybe we don't need to know all the information of where they were shot and,
why not?
What the motives were.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they're lawyered up now. And so now, we're not going to hear much until the trial. I'm sure they're lawyered up now.
The families do deserve to know that their grandbaby was taken away. Their child was taken away. Their kids were taken.
I know.
Their families ruined. They didn't have time to change their lives. They were super young. They were just, Matthew was 22, Savanah 18. They had plenty of times to change their life. Were they? Who knows? But they had plenty of time. And Christopher Preciado and his stupid ass dad and his dumb ass mom are not the judge and jury of that. They don't get to clean that up. They don't get to hide that. They are not the judge and jury to, if that's their last day here on earth. Now, I'm not saying, allegedly, all allegedly. I'm not saying that the dad and mom are involved as far as killing them, but I can't count the dad out, but allegedly, all allegedly. I wish they all got hit with capital murder. To be honest with you, they're all just as guilty. They cleaned up this crime and they knew what was.
I think they do too.
They didn't just walk up to the friggin' car and not know what was in the other seat. I promise you that. And if anybody thinks that, I'm sorry, but you could see
now maybe the
woman sitting there shot dead, and know that you need to call the police and do the right thing. This was self-defense. You call the police. Period.
Now the San Antonio district attorney, they have a lot of problems with him because he's easy on crime. He's really easy on crime. But I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe if I were the police, I would be trying to find a connection to be able to charge them with capital murder, even if it was the slightest connection,
Right.
They've got to be able to connect them somehow with it. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I would have thought by now Chris would have coughed up all the details.
They said,
I mean, if he calls Daddy so fast,
somebody in
I
chat
think he
said,
would have
"Don't corrupt
squealed.
the jury." I don't think you could. I mean, how could you corrupt the jury?
Nah.
Let's hear about that.
Yeah, no. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna let other people call in.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I appreciate you
Oh,
calling.
and
Thank you for all the footages that you sent in. And
wait.
7-minute. Do we want to hear the full 7-minute interview, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in chat if you want me to. Before I open the lines back up, we could watch the 7-minute interview that she had with Thomas again. We could watch it, but it's all together. She has it all together. She sent it to me, and I can play it now. Put a 1 in chat if you want me to play it. The interview with Thomas.
People are saying 1.
I see the 1.
And that way, if we don't, yeah. And I'll hang up and I won't talk, and then y'all can hear it.
It's okay. It's all love. We appreciate it. We really do. The groundwork is the best. The ground. You can't.
I know. I love it. I love it.
You did an awesome job. Thank you for going out.
Thank you.
Sending it to me. Thank you for letting me use it. I appreciate you.
Well, I just can't help it.
You spelled jealous.
It's just in me.
You spelled jealous, said Fudge. Nancy D said the 2. I see mostly 1s though. 1s is winning.
Yeah.
A couple 2s.
Aaron puts a 3. Aaron, you crack me up. All right, I'm gonna go. You can play it if you want. It's up to you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Let's lock in. Let's
watch it.
All right, lock your doors. God bless. Thank you, Hollis. We appreciate you. All right, we're gonna play it. Here, interview here in full. Let me get back to my messages here so I can pull it up, and then I'll open the lines back up and we can get to going. But everybody thinks that we should review or re-interview Thomas. They think that we should re-interview Thomas. Now, where is it? Okay, let's hope. Okay, full 7. Open in browser, please. Thank you. Why is it not playing? What's going on? It's not working. It is now, though. Okay, here we go.
But no one's has called me back yet. I've been trying all morning.
This ain't it.
His friends, I guess he got arrested with 2 other.
That's the wrong one. Hold up. That is definitely not it. And here's the original news. You said no. You said you sent it to here, but it's not playing. What's going on with that? Let's hope this works. Full 7-minute video in your DM on messages on X. So when I go to X to play this, he said it's a TikTok video that says Matthew was arrested with 3 guys, but earlier on, one of the guys was supposedly involved with the black truck. I'm not seeing that video. The 7-minute one that you're talking about, that's not in here.
Trying to call the detective, but
I swear it's not. Hollis, it's not in there. Yep, it ain't in there. Oh yeah, it is. I lied. It is in there.
I heard he had,
My bad.
had a couple drug deals.
My bad,
where,
ladies and gentlemen. It is in
he had
there.
robbed people and had been shot at
I'm
before.
tripping. All right, here we go. I got it. Here it is right here. I'm gonna play it right now. I got it. Thank you, Hollis.
Tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
So he, from what I had heard, he had had a couple drug.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
So he, from what I had heard, he had had a couple drug deals where he had robbed people and had been shot at before.
You see that? You can't see that. Hold up. We gotta redo it.
Okay, so tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
So he, from what I had heard, he had had a couple drug deals where he had robbed people and had been shot at before, but
Gotcha.
nothing ever serious. And I think that him and Christopher had an altercation before or something like that, just based on the sense of the incident. And, they were both gunshot wounds where the gun was placed right here.
Right behind the back of the neck.
Yeah,
Huh?
and the gun was held to them. They could tell from the gunpowder marks on the body.
Right.
But for him to have gotten that close, he wouldn't have been able to it was just a weird thing overall.
Now he says from what he heard again. Let's go back and review a little bit.
Okay, so tell me.
See, you go. Okay, so tell me what you heard again.
Tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
Yeah, tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
So he, from what I had heard, he had had a couple drug deals where he had robbed people and had been shot at before.
Okay,
but nothing ever serious.
Right.
And you know, I think that him and Christopher had an altercation before or something like.
I think that him and Christopher had an altercation before or something like that. Now, you know, how do you guys take that comment right there? I think that him and Chris had an altercation before. Now, this is a guy again that went to elementary school. Does he know something? And is he? Does he know something that we don't know? I mean, I know he's saying I think, right? And I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he is saying, you know, I think the way that he's saying when he's talking about it is it's like it's something else that he heard. And we know the streets talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we know the streets talk, right? The streets always talk, no matter where you at. They talk, they speak, and they scream. They vibrate. And I'm being serious. Hi from Dallas. What's going on? Shout out to Dallas in the building. We love you. Hi from Australia. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you coming by, Lamaya. Is that how you say it? Hopefully I said that right. Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate the love. Janet said 1. We want to hear that. But let's go over it. We're going to go over it piece by piece here. They did it, but he's saying low. He is saying it low key. Thank you, Katie Love. I appreciate you becoming part of the Rev Gang family. Everybody, welcome in. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. I don't know, though.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
It's the wording in this. The wording in this exclusive interview that we're listening to right now. This is we interviewed him. Hollis interviewed him. Hollis got the first interview on him. We interviewed him second. I think that we need to, again, just some of these things that we're hearing.
From what I had heard, he had had a couple drug deals where he had robbed people and had been shot at before, but nothing ever serious. And you know, I think that him and Christopher had had an altercation before or something like that, just based on the sense of the incident. And, you know, they were both gunshot wounds where the gun was placed right here.
Right behind the back of the neck.
Yeah,
huh?
and the gun was held to them. They could tell from the gunpowder marks on the body.
Right.
But for him to have gotten that close, he wouldn't have been able to. It was just a weird thing overall.
Agree. He doesn't sound too sure about that part with the beef.
How do you think he was able to take both of them down at the same time?
He posed as a buyer or as someone else, or or Matthew knew it was him and just didn't think he would do that. But it had to have been fast because Matthew was in the driver's seat and he didn't have time to drive off. And one thing, he had to have shot Matthew first because he was able to get the gun to the back of her head too. And she was, if I had to guess, I bet he got in the car with him.
Again, if you're listening, this is an exclusive interview that Hollis had the other day with he went to elementary, he went to middle, he went to high school. They graduated together. They played, basketball together, pick up basketball together. This is somebody who knew Christopher. He said that he was shocked that this is something that he just would never know. He said he never seen him with his girl. He never seen him with a girlfriend. He never seen, things like that. He said he wasn't a loner. He did have friends.
That's what a lot of people think, that he got in the back seat with him.
Yeah.
That they were comfortable enough with him to get into the back seat.
I bet that's it. And that way, it wouldn't have been picked up on camera of him grabbing stuff from the car. But yeah, I bet he got in the back seat and shot Matthew first, and then told Savanah, just stay still. I'm going to let you go or something like that. That's how he, there wasn't a struggle or anything like that.
So why do you think it happened?
Hold up. Christine A says, I think Thomas is sus. You call him for info, and he doesn't mention confrontation with Matt and Chris. Doesn't remember if he was home. Great. Oh, wow. Doesn't remember if he's home. that night. He said he could have been with his girlfriend. He said he thought he would have heard shots. Okay, we're referring back, and I'm referring back to the interview. He didn't say that on this particular interview, but he said it on the exclusive one with me. He said that he didn't hear shots. He said he thought that he would have heard shots, but then he said later on in the interview that he possibly could have been, with his girlfriend or whatever, something in that manner. Now, that is an interesting point that you brought up as far as the part of calling him for info, and he doesn't mention the confrontation with Matt and Chris. He did say, I think. So was that a speculation, or is it something that he heard from the streets? And that's where we need to separate that at. And that's, I think Thomas can answer that for us if we talk to him again. Hey, you said this in the interview with Hollis, and I want to clarify some things for, because when I hear that, it's like, did you hear that in the streets, or is that a speculation that you're making? Because you're saying, I think, but you're telling it just like you heard the first story in the beginning. Because if you go back, you recall and play the first part, when this interview starts off the rip, he talks about a story that he heard of Matt and shootings, etc. Then went in to talk about the Chris. I think Chris had a problem before, blah, blah, blah. That's the part we need to know, right? Did you hear that from the streets, or did you speculate that? That would be able to end all that banter about the interview here with Thomas, with the, Thomas who went to school and graduated with Chris.
Do you think Matthew snitched on him?
That could have been it. It was probably a retribution or something like that. This isn't the kind of thing that just happens, out of the blue.
Why would Chris take out Savanah being 9 months pregnant? Because that's what's...
No witnesses, and honestly, he probably didn't know she was pregnant. I mean, maybe he did. She probably would have been showing quite a bit. I think at that point, once he's gone that far, it's
no witnesses.
Yeah, but okay, Hollis, I don't know if you talked about it in this whole entire interview, and from what I've heard that you sent me, I didn't hear it. But has he been watching these other podcasts, or is he just, because he didn't say he's seen mine? He didn't say I seen your podcast, right? So did he tell you that he watched podcasts off the cuff when you guys weren't recording? Because I didn't hear it in anything that you sent me.
Yeah, that's more of what it was, and I think it was just a spur of the moment thing.
So you don't think his parents have anything to do with it other than coming to help him?
I think they just helped him. That's my opinion of it. But
I mean, because you don't come. I mean, this house isn't known as a trap house or anything.
No.
I live this is nice neighborhood.
Do you think you all got to understand he's talking in code? And she was just talking about it being a trap house, and we're going to get back into that. But I do like to interact with you guys, as you know. And after this, we're going to be opening the lines back up, so don't worry. You can get your calls back in. We do need some clarification on that, I think, part, because I'd love to know if it was the streets talking or complete, something different. Because, again, he is a nearby neighbor. Not only did he go to school with him, they more than likely rode the bus together. And, again, if you were just coming in and you're wondering who we're talking to, I do talk to him. This is the person who went to school with him. He showed me a picture of Christopher Preciado out of his yearbook right here. This is Christopher Preciado back in 8th grade, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just coming in. Christopher Preciado back in 8th grade right here. So that's that 8th grade pic that he sent out of his yearbook. He said, I thought you and your audience would want to see this. He sent me this the other night, and I didn't see it on time to show you guys, but that is him.
I live on Gomer Pyle. When they found the bodies, I drove past the apartments when they found the bodies and all the cops were there, and I didn't know whose bodies they were. I remember seeing the missing alert for Soto, but it didn't surprise me that they had found 2 bodies in a car at those apartments.
I could agree with that.
Why is that?
Those apartments are always, you hear gunshots over there all the time, and they're never, not often any murders. It's just people being idiots and just shooting guns off. But there's all kinds of crime over there, robberies and drug use and stuff like that.
Right, and it's not that far away from here.
No, it's just right up Danny K, and it just a lower class area of apartments. But it was really weird that it was this kid, because I looking back, I remember this kid in elementary school. We played basketball with him, and it was like his dad was there. His parents were always, you know, at the school.
I do agree, and we're gonna go back. He was talking about his parents and stuff like that, but he does sound super nervous. He did sound super nervous when I talked to him the other night, but he is well spoken. And again, we do need clarification for the first part.
It was like his dad was
Agreed.
there. His parents were always, you know, at the school events and stuff like that. I never would have expected it from somebody like him.
So all your friends and you were just blown away by this.
I mean, we weren't close with him, and he was never like, you know, the kid that you thought would shoot up the school or something like that. But you know, it was just weird. You know, in high school, I thought he had dropped out because I just never saw him anymore.
Right.
I never noticed him, but
you think so, Aaron?
I looking back, I remember him walking the stage at graduation because they had specifically told us we weren't allowed to do any hand gestures or thumbs up or anything like that.
Hold up, is that you that sent that email, Abby, that I read earlier? I think it looks like a MI6 gang had something to do with it. Were you the one who sent the thing about what you just said right there and hype said? Were you the one who sent me that email that said it was ritualistic because he allegedly got his cut off? But I didn't see anything like that said in the affidavit, so I just really can't. Where's the proof that happened? You know?
And because they had specifically told us we weren't allowed to do any hand gestures or thumbs up or anything like that. And one kid
and if you're just getting revved up with us, we are just getting started. We just got on a little bit ago. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the stream. Make sure you lock in. Make sure you pick up your phone. If you want to call in, we do want to hear from you after this interview. Again, this is an interview of somebody who went to elementary, middle, high school, and graduated with Christopher Preciado, the suspect in this case, who admitted to the crimes. Now, he said it was self-defense. Do we believe that it was self-defense? I absolutely do not, with the way that they covered up this crime. Mama's little boy, Christopher Preciado, and Mirta, Mirta got the extra charge here. What's going on with that? Also, you know, where's the gun that Matthew had? Right. We know that Matthew was a dealer, and we know that he carried heavily from the telegram that we've looked up on this channel several times. Did Chris set him up from telegram? Was this a ritualistic killing like some people are speculating? I think more of the telegram theory. Now, this is just my point of view, but I think more of the telegram theory is what I'm going to go with. He's seen him on there flexing and maybe wanted to score him some money. And that's what happened, but we'll see.
Threw up like a shaka or whatever, and once he walked over the stage, he wasn't allowed to rejoin us in the seating area. He had to sit behind the stage.
Right.
And then Chris, when it was his turn to walk up the stage, he held up his diploma and just shrugged, and then then they escorted him backstage too, and it was just a weird thing because my best friend's girlfriend walked up right before him. And usually you look back.
That's what I'm saying. He said he had believed there was beef between Christopher and Matthew at the beginning of this video. He followed up. Hollis said, I forgot something to the point of, can you say what you were saying about Matthew again? And he jumped in and said, I heard that Matthew had got into some shootouts or something to that manner, and then dove in to say, I think that him and Christopher had some beef at some point or something, to that magnitude. Now, clarification on that would be perfect, because did he hear that from the streets? The streets do talk. People do talk. And it could be something that he heard. He only remember, he is a nearby neighbor. This isn't a kid that drove in from a different area. This dude lives in the vicinity enough to hear gunshots. This guy lives so close that he could walk to that house in about 50 seconds. That's how close he lives there. He is not just a driver that just came by. He lives right there.
Can you think there are signs or something like that?
Right.
Not for this one.
There was nothing there.
It was nothing. It's I don't think he was ever bullied or he had any intention of this. I really think he just got carried away with like with anger or something like that.
Carried away with the moment.
Yeah, and because in his statement or whatever, he said, "Oh, you know, it was a struggle for the gun, and then we struggled again for the gun after we accidentally shot her, and then I shot him by accident or whatever." And it's like, dude, they're gunshot wounds to the back of the head, and at this point, you know, he has, you know, whatever's coming to him, he has coming. It's if they give him
agreed,
if he pleads guilty, he'll probably plead guilty to avoid the death penalty because it is capital murder.
Right.
But
it
even
is.
then, you know, best case scenario for him will be life without parole. And so,
do you think his dad turned him in?
Oh yeah, his dad definitely did because his
we'll go over it in the beginning. Trisha, he said some things in the beginning that were very, very interesting, and I think that we will go back and revisit it one more time before I open up the phone lines because it was an odd comment to me. And I want to know, and he can clear it up. You know, I want to talk to him. He could clear it up very easily.
And that's why I don't think his dad had any involvement because his dad was like, what was he saying?
Hold up, you said play what back? Hold up. We could go back and play it. What did he? At where? What happened? What was said? Let me catch back up. There was something else said that you said. Whoa, play that back.
Right.
But even then, you know, best case scenario for him will be life without parole. And so,
do you think his dad turned him in?
Oh yeah, his dad definitely did because his and that's why I don't think his dad had any involvement because his dad was like, what was he saying? When the cop showed up, he goes, "I know exactly why you're here, and you need to talk to my son."
Oh, that's right. You're right.
And so I'm like, the dad helped his son only because he felt like he had to, I think.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's got to be a tough situation.
Yeah, parent. You're caught in the middle.
You're caught in the middle, and it's your son, and you know you love your kid, and it's.
Hold up, where was this struggle for the gun part you're talking about? That must have went completely over my head. Did I miss a struggle for the gun?
The worst nightmare come true that they would do something like this, and I don't think the parents are bad people. I just.
Struggle for the gun?
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah,
no doubt.
It's like, what would you do in that situation? And I don't, you know, I'd like to say that I wouldn't help him, you know, hide bodies or anything like that, but I don't know. I would hate to be in their situation right now, but you know, it's at the same time what he did was terrible, and you know, there's going to be a consequence for it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, thanks so much for stopping and talking to me.
Okay, hold up. Somebody, you said struggle for a gun. Where was this struggle for gun part said? We need to hear that back. Now I want to hear it.
And you know, it was just a weird thing because my best friend's girlfriend walked up.
Hold up. So we're gonna keep. I gotta find it. Now because you said that you heard struggle for a gun, and I swear I didn't hear anything about a struggle for a gun. Am I tripping?
Right before him, and you know, usually you look back and you think there are signs or something like that.
Right.
Not for this one.
There was nothing there.
It was nothing. It's you know, I don't think he was ever like, you know, bullied or, you know, he had any intention of this. I really think he just got carried away with like with anger or something like that.
Carried away with the moment.
Yeah, and because in his statement or whatever, he said, "Oh, you know, it was a struggle for the gun."
In his statement or whatever, he said there was a struggle for the gun. There we go. Okay, now we're in here.
His statement or whatever, he said, "Oh, you know, it was a struggle for the gun, and then we struggled again for the gun after we accidentally shot her, and then I shot him by accident or whatever." And it's like,
no, he pulled that out the affidavit. See, he said again right here.
Because in his statement or whatever, he said, "Oh, you know, it was a struggle for the gun."
In his statement or whatever, he said it was a struggle for the gun.
And then we struggled again for the gun after we accidentally shot her, and then I shot him by accident or whatever. And it's like, dude, they're gunshot wounds to the back of the head. And at this point, you know, he has, you know, whatever's coming to him, he has coming. If they give him.
Okay, so we heard that part. My part here, the thing that I hear is, and I'm glad we were able to clarify that, but this is the part right here at the beginning. I'm about to open the phone lines back up.
Okay, so tell me what you were saying about Matthew.
So he, from what I had heard, he had had a couple drug deals where he had robbed people and had been shot at before, but
Gotcha.
nothing ever serious.
Here we go.
And you know, I think that him and Christopher had an altercation before or something like that, just based on the sense of the incident. And, you know.
Okay. So he said that he thinks that Matthew and Chris had an incident before, or had a beef or problem before, based again. So listening to the full statement, based off. Now again, he said that he thinks that they had an incident before, based off the incident that occurred here. So that for me says he's speculating. What do you say? What do you say? The way that he said that, I don't know. I mean, we could hear it a few times, and
people and had been shot at before, but
Gotcha.
nothing ever serious. And you know, I think that him and Christopher had an altercation before or something like that, just based on the sense of the incident. And, you know, they were both gunshot wounds where the gun was placed right here,
Right behind the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Huh?
right. So I mean, he said, but the gunshot was placed right here. Did he show you to the back of the neck when he said that?
Something like that, just based on the sense of the incident. And, you know, they were both gunshot wounds where
he's speculating for sure, and we'll leave it at that. Speculating. He doesn't sound 100% sure. No, he doesn't. I think he's speculating. We'll open the lines back up. The lines are back open. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. We love to hear from you. 219-885-9693. What's your thoughts? Do you believe that this was a ritualistic killing like some people are saying?
Call Dago. Fruits.
We want to hear from you, though.
I've seen him do it.
Do you believe that this was a ritualistic killing? Absolutely not. We live in a crazy world, so it's best to just keep everyone anonymous, rather they know them personally or not. It's safer to not show faces or share names.
Bing bang.
Agreed. Now, Adjusted Fate says that's to me. He has more knowledge to come to that conclusion than just based on the incident. So you think that he knows more? Do you think that he knows more? Again, the phone lines are open, so make sure you call in at 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. I see somebody tried to call in. Let me refresh the page. That's weird. Should work now. I see 585 tried to call in. 585-828. 828. It's never too late. 585. You could be live. I see six. We got a couple other people. Who else? Somebody from the 757. Okay. 207. 305. Why did it not work? Try again. You should be good. Back to thinking he's talking to 585. You're live. What's going on? Talk to us.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing good, ma'am. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine for an old lady. Listen, I've been listening to your program on my phone.
Yes,
what
ma'am.
they call phones. These are idiot phones as far as I'm concerned, because us old people can't figure these things out, but that's beside the point. Honey, what I'm calling you about, do you think that this case where they killed this young couple and that baby to be born has anything to do with her brother, being that it was just about a year that she had lost her brother over the same thing with drugs?
And we're talking about, we're referring to Ethan here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do I think that they had a connection? You know, I've had a few people call in with speculated that they have. I'm curious about that myself. Is there a connection? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would say that, right? Like, why would there be another connection? They already killed him, and it's sad. But why kill everybody else?
But they could be still looking for, Chris could still be looking for the drugs that is her brother didn't give him, or the money. Think about it.
Okay. I mean,
it could go one way or the other.
Okay. I mean,
Because I have boys, and I'll tell you, when my boys got into that stuff, and I caught it, and I had warned them ever since they were little, if they ever messed around with that stuff, what would happen. And they thought I was kidding them. And I called the police and had them arrested. And the officer looked at me, he said, "You want your own boys arrested?" And I said, "Yes, sir. I don't go this garbage. And nobody should be messing with that stuff. They see what it does to people, how it messes up lives, how it messes up families."
Yeah,
And
ruins your life.
I said, "Turn my own brother in, I'd turn my own kids in." And my brother said, "Oh, sis, I don't believe that you turned your boys in." I said, "Why not? They're no different than anybody else.
Right.
They don't listen to me. Let them listen to somebody that's got more power." I said, and I guarantee you it'd be the first time and the last time. And it was. They spent a week in jail, and my one son, he was crying still when he come out. And he said, "Mom, I'll never touch that stuff again." And to this day, none of them ever touched it.
Wow.
They want nothing to do with it. Any of their friends are doing that stuff, they want nothing to do with them.
And
they learned a hard lesson. And that's what's wrong with society. Parents don't care what their kids are doing, don't get involved with them enough.
And that's how they get dabbled into these different things like drug dealing and
Exactly.
That's
and
how
when that young girl, when her boyfriend was beating on her, pregnant or not, that's when she should have, because she knew he was doing drugs, she should have told him to hit the road. She had a better life than that. She had a baby coming. And then we hear that she was into it too. Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, people have been sending me a lot of pictures the last couple days, and with her holding big stacks of money and stuff. But that still doesn't stop me from knowing that they could have changed their lives and turned it all around. Period.
Right, but it doesn't give anybody the right to kill them.
They're not the judge and jury.
That's right, and especially with her due to have that baby at any moment. Come on.
And there was alleged domestic violence problems here in this case with them allegedly,
Yep. Look what he did to her.
So
and he went to jail. And you think he would have woke up and said, "Look, it's all over this drug and the money routine." And the other thing it could be too, Matthew's parents owed a lot of tax money and they didn't have it.
What?
And it could be a thing. He went after them because he saw where Chris was holding the money up and figured out that's how they'll get the money.
Yeah, maybe we could do a big deal and pay our bills.
That's right. And the parents could have put him up to it because the father too much and so did the mother.
And you know what? The prosecution could be building that case right now and you could be dead on the money.
That's it. That's it. I mean, if you stop and think about the different things and the way they said stuff, and the father knew immediately when the officer came to the door. And that's why the trucks and the car was sitting right out there in the driveway. So they did know where to go. It isn't like he tried to hide it where he could have.
They definitely were sketchy on this. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you can't deny that.
I mean,
they covered this up.
We've been getting it on our TVs here up in Rochester. And I'm going, wait a minute, I've been watching that on my phone. And I'm almost 90 years old, honey, and I keep up with
What? You don't sound like 90.
Yes, sir. I'm almost in the end of the month. I'll be 90 years old.
God bless your soul.
And I keep going, and my boys keep saying to me, Mom, we don't believe that you're still getting in that big truck driving it. And everybody said, at your age, you're driving that big truck. Yes, sir. I drive an F-150, and I climb myself right up in it. And they say, wait a minute, that truck is too big for you. I said, nothing's ever too big. I take a step stool, I step on the step stool, and I climb up in the truck. And when I moved back to Rochester from Philadelphia, I drove back 10 years ago. I drove a 26-foot U-Haul back. And everybody said, you are nuts. I said, who do you think loaded it? I didn't have any help. I loaded it myself.
You sound like you're in your 30s, lower 30s, upper, you sound young.
No.
You sound young.
Oh, thank you, but I'm not.
I'd say to be at no, honestly, I'd say 30, 40s for me. That's what I thought.
It's all in your mind how old you want to be and how young you want to be.
Absolutely.
If you stay active and you eat properly and you get the proper rest and live a proper life, you will look young. But if you live a hard life, that's exactly what you're going to look like.
It'll catch up to you.
It sure does. You can't burn the candle at both ends like most people try to, and it don't work.
Oh my God!
And that's why a lot of people live until their late 90s, early 100s. And I told my kids, I'm going to stick around forever to keep you in line. And they go, Mom, we're adults. Well, no kidding. No kidding. I know you're adults, but I'm going to outdo all of you.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to call in, honey.
I mean, what's your final thoughts here on this case? Like, we want to hear from you on that. What's your final thoughts on this case? Do you think that people are overthinking and overlooking this cult thing? And people are trying to connect some dots with this cult, and I've been seeing that all day. And I had to come on and talk about it because of so much. Like when I popped open my email this morning and see the subject, or when I woke up, because it wasn't this morning, it was actually this afternoon. The amount of cult emails that I got was like, what the hell? This reminded me of Idaho 4 in a sense of the way that the emails were coming in, and it was like about this cult. I'm like, what the heck?
If you know anything about the cult, and they don't operate that way to begin with. Yes, they get people to join them and they weed them in and stuff. But I can't think of the guy's name in Texas. There it was, where he killed all those people. Oh, what is the guy's name? I can't think of it right now. I thought of it earlier when you first came on, and now I can't think of it. That he was a great one, and he wouldn't let anybody talk to anybody about that. And that's something they don't talk about. And so when it gets out there like this, it's somebody that's just trying to stir the pot up and make it look like it's a cult thing. It's not.
Why would this cult even speak out on this mom at this time, this stepmom, same to me, in my opinion. I mean, she was there for that boy from what I heard and read. So I'm just not understanding why would they even speak out and make a statement like they deserved it. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
The guy that spoke out is trying to be a big shot and say he's a cult leader and stuff. No, because they don't do that stuff. Trust me when I tell you. I have relatives and all that live all over in Texas, and they don't talk like that. I even called my cousin that lives in Austin, Texas, and she said, "Are you kidding me? You don't hear people talking about that stuff,
right?
Except those that want to make a name for themselves, and they think they're going to be put on a pedestal." I'm going, are you kidding me? And she goes, no. She said, are you watching the program? I said, yeah, I'm watching it on my phone. He said to me, I can't believe you. You'll find how to find out things no matter what. She said, we deliberately didn't call you and tell you you can go on YouTube. I said, nobody had to. I like to play the games on it, and I happened to come across it, like a couple of other things, and I watch it every night now. During the day and every night. And I get you guys on. I've tried to call in a couple of times, but
That's
your
so
lines.
awesome. I'm glad that you called in. I'm glad you got through, and I love this that I got to speak to you. You are awesome. So thank you for putting your input in on this case and just being a voice in the community. Man, you are a blessing. Keep pushing. You do not sound 90. Keep running. You got another good 30 to 40 years in you. Breaking records out here.
Oh, I'm going to.
I think you will.
Try to call you last night, but our power all went off with our storm that we have.
I can't wait to hear from you all these years that we take this journey together. I'm serious. I'm so serious. God bless you, man. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for your love and light. We appreciate it.
You're very, very well. Oh, before I go, I have one thing to say.
You say it.
My mother always told us when we were little. Now, she raised 19 children.
Wow.
And when we were little, she always said, if you lock that door, that's telling the intruder he can come in. If that door is unlocked, the intruder won't come in because he knows somebody's in there. You got to use reverse psychology on people. And my mom has always been right on that, because a couple of times my home was ransacked, and it's because I locked my door. There's been times I've gone out and never locked it. My home was never touched.
Hold up. Your home was ransacked during what?
Because I locked the door, I was gone. And that's when they come in.
Who?
Whoever wanted to come in.
Wow.
But,
you said during no, but did you say you said during something? Did it sound like you said Cavalcante?
No, honey.
Oh, okay. I had to make sure. I thought you said during Cavalcante. I was like, what?
No. Years and years ago, back when I was younger, my husband used to tell me, lock the door, lock the door.
You better lock your door. You gotta lock your doors. I promise you you're wrong. Lock your doors, please. Please.
In today's society, yes, you have to lock up everything.
Lock them things. Put it,
Because if you don't even lock your vehicle, they steal them. And they could be locked and still break in.
Well, you gotta,
but no,
lock your doors. It's not inviting them in. It's giving you time to prepare for what they possibly want to do to you. Locking your doors and do it. You know what I mean?
Well, if you see how I lock my house up before I go to bed at night, you would crack up laughing.
I got motion sensor cancer. I got cancer. Listen to me. I got motion sensor cameras around here. So if somebody comes to any side of my house or anywhere down here, any of the doors, I automatically will see it on my phone and be prepared for anything. So it is what it is. Everybody in here. So
when my door is locked from either the outside or the inside, and they try to get in, and an alarm is going to go off that's going to pierce your ears.
Right.
And because one night I must have been sleepwalking, and I tried to open my door, and it set the alarm off, and I jolted, and I thought, what in the heck? And then it dawned on me, you dummy, you tried to open the door. What are you doing?
Right.
And I woke up all my neighbors around me.
That's funny.
But yep, you can get loud alarms to put on your doors, and I have one for mine.
Well,
my neighbor said,
you make sure that you lock it. You make sure that you lock it. And I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, man. God bless you. I hope you have a beautiful night, and I hope to hear from you again.
Oh, if I can get through, honey, I will.
You will. You will.
You have a lovely and safe day, and God bless you.
You too, man. God bless you. Love and light. Lock your doors too. I'm not gonna let you to tell me you're not locking them. Lock them damn doors. I don't think you have a choice here. You need to lock them and lock them now. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. The lines are open, but lock them damn doors. We don't want to hear it. Lock them. We need you for another 30. You know? Yes, Hollis, I go to work happy and leave work feeling so blessed. Katie Love says we are good, Ren. I see a few people try to call. Hold up, we should be good. What, 209? What's on your mind? I see you want to, you want some floor time. 209, what's on your mind? Let's hear from you. You said I'm so on guard. I don't sleep at times. Exactly. What I sleep with one eye open. That's weird. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be locked in 40 cal Glock, loaded. Not to mention pity on patrol. Pity on patrol. Now it's doing this weird shit again. Let me fix it. There we go. So many awesome callers. Yeah, make sure you call in at 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. 208, it was never too late. What else do we have? I'm about to pull up that year. I'm going to actually email myself this yearbook picture because it's... I have to show you guys this one. Let's pull the yearbook picture up on our stream here. Let me find it. I swear I saved it. Let me resave it. I'm going to pull up the yearbook picture of Christopher Preciado that Thomas sent to us. So here we're going to hit send. Christopher Preciado in 8th grade. All right, I'm posted on Twitter. All right, so I actually just posted it on Twitter. Let me go to Twitter real quick. If you follow me on Twitter, check it out. I posted that picture of Christopher Preciado from Thomas directly out of his faith or out of his yearbook. So Facebook. There it is. It did show up. Hold up. I'm gonna answer that. 209. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, finally got through.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Okay, so I just wanted to give a little insight of this whole cult thing going on. You know, I don't know if it woke up yesterday, today, and it's all over. You know, and I've heard about that church before. I think there's actually a documentary on it on Netflix on it, and honestly, I believe that has nothing to do with what happened. His Matthew's stepmother actually spoke up, and I'm not sure if she was in the documentary or she just spoke up about it, about the head person that ran the church, how he was involved, you know, in SA with younger females and stuff like that. So, I mean, I just think, you know, it's somebody that just wants to hurt the family more, you know, and it's a shame because, you know, no matter what, these were two young, you know, I mean, I see them as kids, you know, I'm 41, but, you know, I see them as kids, you know, they're starting their life, you know, we all make mistakes, you know, his dad talks about him trying to, you know, change his life around, no matter what, you know, no matter what happened. I mean, this all seems very, I mean, I think that when we finally know what, you know, they say there's, you know, your truth, his truth, and the actual truth. You know, we're actually never going to find out actually what exactly happened, but we might get close to it. So, you know, I think that when everything comes out and we actually put pieces of what happened together, we might actually get it, you know. But yeah, I gotta say, today's generation, all the flaunting and the, all that. I mean, it's like it's not about that. It's like they gotta watch one of the old school movies. I mean, it's not about that, you know. When you're flaunting money like that and you're flaunting other substances and stuff like that, you got your pregnant, um, baby mom to be right there. You guys are about to hold hours away from holding your baby boy in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's. I mean, it's a lifestyle that, in my personal opinion, I feel like when people actually make it, quote, make it to, whatever they want to, live, and they want to do that life, they become quiet. They become secluded. They're not showing off. They're doing their thing and whatever. They're not trying to get attention on them.
Right.
I feel like when you're out there, you're showing off your chains and you're showing off how much money you got in cars and this and this and that. That's when you are trying to make it seem like you've made it and you want to do something. And then, you have other people, they're going to watch that and going to be like, hey, that's an easy target right there. So, the world is, changed a lot in these last, I'd say, maybe the last decade, 10 years. It's changed a lot. I hope, this generation, opens their eyes, and especially with this, I think that this case blew up because of Savanah, being a female and being literally hours away from having her baby. I think that that's why it blew up. Because if we call it like it is, like if Matthew was by himself, he did not take Savanah with him.
Right.
This would have been like, oh, a drug dealer just got shot, and we would have never heard about it because, this happens all the time, and it does. It happens,
Correct.
But I feel like it blew up because of that. It's unfortunate, and I don't think that the family deserves any kind of ill will and any trolls and stuff out there. I mean, just pay no attention to them.
And it seems like the trolls are definitely attacking them. Cold as hell.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, the whole thing about the cult. Yeah, the head person there. I know I'm not sure if he went to jail or he's still in jail. But yeah, I actually feel sorry for his stepmom because that was really, what kind of cold-hearted person would actually say, yeah, your son deserved that because he spoke ill or he spoke something negative about our leader. Nobody deserves that. I don't care what you do, or what you do for a living or whatever. He was a young man. He's still, learning. His father seems like he was trying hard, to help him and change his life around. So, hopefully, we'll see what happens, and hopefully this will open a lot of young people's eyes, to what could possibly happen, and also females, because, sometimes you're there and you're with your You know, I don't know what happened. Obviously, none of us know what happened, but I personally, I have my baby bag ready to go to, have my baby, and I'm maybe 2 hours away from going to Good and Juice. I'm not gonna go with, my significant other to go make a deal of any kind.
That's a good one.
But we don't know what happened. We don't know why she went. But God, I hope they're in a good place, and hopefully we all see a good outcome comes from all this.
Yeah, no. So, like, what's your final thoughts here on this case in general? Like, with everything that you've seen, with everything that you've seen in general, period. What's your final thoughts on everything right now?
I think my final thought on everything is, I don't know if you ever heard. Okay, well, I'm Catholic. I don't want to bring religion into it or anything, but there is a verse, okay, whether you're Catholic, Christian, whatever. It's like what is it? You play with the sword, you die by the sword, or it's something like that, right?
Yes.
It's something like that, right?
Play by the sword, die by it. I forget what it is.
Yeah, but
there's a
it's
lot of
something
different
like
sayings.
that.
There's a lot of different slick sayings. Like
Exactly, right. So, for example, I don't mind talking about this because it's been a while since this happened, but my father's younger brother.
Yes, ma'am.
He murdered somebody. Okay, yes, he murdered somebody. Is in another country, not here. Okay. They all had to leave. This is before I was born. They all had to move from there. The family was scared. They were like, "Oh, we gotta hide him. We had, because the other family was looking for him. Whatever." He thought he was a big honcho. He thought, he could fight. He thought he could do this. I could, I'm gonna put, nobody could be better than me. He thought he was up there, right?
Right.
What, maybe I was 5 years old or something, 5, 6. No, I was probably like 9 years old. I hear they killed him.
It's
he was
possible
doing things.
it is possible we going bad. Like
exactly. Like I'm saying,
that's a fucking shame. Excuse my language, but over weed, really? Come on, bud. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that'll throw you a couple buds, bud.
Yeah, but you know what? But I honestly don't think it. I mean, Matthew, obviously, we know he was not just selling weed.
It says marijuana.
Yeah, he was not just selling marijuana.
Oh, we have all that right here.
Yeah, but
I showed it. I got it pulled up on the screen. I mean, we know it was deeper than that.
Exactly. So,
What? No,
I mean,
it says in the affidavit, though, marijuana.
Exactly.
Why would they say marijuana if it wasn't about marijuana? That's my part in argument with people who think it might have been something else, but why would they say marijuana? I mean, here's clearly pounds of marijuana, right? Here's pounds of marijuana on your screen from the Telegram.
Yeah.
They try to line up hey man, I want to get 20 pounds and think that they were going to come up and commit a robbery and it went bad and it just turned into a complete murder, allegedly. Or
exactly. Yeah, you're right. And you know what? I've heard people say that they don't think that Christopher knew that Savanah was pregnant because she was possibly sitting in the vehicle, you know.
Oh yeah, people die over weed all over America, man. It's actually crazy. Don says, I guess people don't die over weed elsewhere. Yeah, they do. They die over weed all over. This is wild.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I don't know. You know, like I said, people say they think it was planned. I really do not think this was planned whatsoever because it was such a sloppy thing. Like literally putting people that you just unalived, literally, you know, around the corner from your house, you know, and keeping what you in a life them with in your house. You know, I feel like this was not planned. Something happened. Something went wrong.
Something
You know, then
went wrong. For real, something went wrong.
something went wrong.
We'll get something out of it. We'll figure out what it is. I'm sure they'll uncover it through text messages or try to piece it together through there. But I appreciate you calling in. Where you calling in from tonight?
I'm calling from California.
Shout out to you from California. What it's about 11:46 there. Shout out to you from California. Shout out to you for tuning in. Thank you for being a voice in the community. I look forward to hearing from you again. I hope you have a blessed night. Make sure you lock your doors and God bless.
God bless you guys too. Bye bye.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. The phone call. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Was this a ritualistic killing? Like some people are suggesting. People are suggesting this is a possible ritualistic killing, you know, involved with these cults that were brought out today. You know, I see the theories are running rampant. We want to hear from you. If you are one of those people that believe it is ritualistic, we want to hear from you. Why do you think that? Were you able to connect Ramon and Mirta to anybody in this cult? Were you able to see stuff that we weren't able to see? I mean, I haven't been able to see that, so I can't say, yeah, that's connected. It is weird that they're trying to torment somebody who left their group 4 years ago. I do want to say that. I think it's absolutely pathetic that they're trying to target her and just put out there like, oh, they deserve, or she deserved it, or they deserved it. You know? I don't know. That's weird. That is weird. Xanonymous says may have been a bigger deal because Chris knew Matt would be busy with Savanah and baby. Good time to do shit. What's going on, Yvonne? Welcome. What is going on? Katie Love says, but was there any type of drug recovered from the scene or his house? They didn't state that. You know, it's like they didn't state that. They did not state that. We scared it. We got 900 in the building. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. We want to chat. We want to talk. Sadie says having the baby might have been the very thing to make them grow up and change. Now, this was what I pulled up before, though, is what somebody actually sent a text message. This is a picture of a text message sent saying, let me actually go and read this text message while we're waiting. Somebody will call in, even if it's unknown. You know, we may talk to it. It says, did you get the picture? Now it says, look at these pictures. Really, or look at this picture. It's really good. I circled the figures for you. So it's saying, good evening. Did you receive the picture I sent to you of the picture of the bodies in the car? Now, that's crazy. Circled. So that's what okay. I see what's going on. What's going on, David? Welcome. Mom took the stash. Was Chris trying to rob them? Landon said. Don says, just because involved with cult doesn't equal ritualistic. I agree. Police said no drugs or guns found at the scene. Like button smashed. I appreciate that. Trisha says, do they have to mention money and drugs recovered? Where did I hear that he was posting pictures of money? Somebody said something about he posted pictures of money, but I don't know if that was a troll in chat just trying to say some shit like that. But this was the other day. I haven't seen nothing about it. I wasn't able to find anything about it, but they said Chris posted pictures flexing money. Well, why haven't those pictures surfaced and why can't I find them? Sounds like somebody's trolling. Just my opinion, though. Sounds like somebody's trolling. And again, this is the apartment complex where their bodies were found. This is footage from Saturday or Friday, I believe, actually. What does that say? It says at medical. Why is it Colonis at medical? Why is it that name? Does anybody know? Regarding the cult thing, who's to say Mirtha and Ramon weren't in this La Luz cult? That's what everybody's talking about. You never know. I don't trust it one bit. Another streamer had gone live interviewing an ex-member of La Luz saying, so here we go. I mean, here we go. Many channels mention him posting pics about money after the crime. I believe someone did have a photo and showed it on a channel. Christopher Preciado money pics. I'm not seeing them. I feel like they would pop up on Google immediately. Hold up. Christopher Preciado flashing the money he took from Guerrera. Hold up. Why is that video gone? Why do I click on the video and it disappears? What's up with that? I found the video. It says him flashing the money, but as soon as I hit play on this specific video, it's disappearing. Interesting. Christopher Preciado flashing money. You saw him flashing money on his story and you oh, okay, on his story? Nah. So it's showing me on the Google, correct? Like it's literally showing me, but when I click on it, it is not showing me where he's flashing his money. It just isn't. Super weird. Okay, there's that too. And this right here is footage from the neighborhood recently. The footage that I just pulled up to your left, the right is the apartments where the vehicle was found at. The left is footage of the street. This is where Christopher Preciado, the street that he lives on. Again, the neighbor that we had on the show the other day lives right here around the corner, 50 seconds away from this guy, the dude that went to elementary, middle, and high school with him, Thomas. So, I don't know what he said when he pulled up to you, but could have been turned into evidence. Major medical hospital and facility area, all right there. Copy and paste URL. I tried to. Hold up. Let's do it again. Like it's not letting me pull it up. I swear. It keeps exiting, which is weird. Copy link address, paste, and it brings me to nothing. Like that video is wiped off. It says that he posted money on his story. Specifically, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's telling me. It's telling me the caption of the video is Christopher Preciado posts money after killings, but it's not taking me to this video. Every time I get it to try to, now it just disappeared on me. That's crazy. It does show this though. I will show you this part because it does show this, right? Look, when we're looking at it, it shows me this. And when you hit visit, there's nothing there. Christopher Preciado flashing dollars he took from Matthew Gura after unaliving them. That's what it says here. You go to hit play. Is this him? Is that him? That's what I want to know. Is this Christopher Preciado with Matthew Gura's money? I don't know. But when you click to play it, it disappears. It's like it's been cleaned off the internet. So I do find that very interesting. Don't you find that interesting that it's cleaned off the internet and it's not there? Interesting. Big time. Rebecca Lynn says, hello, T-REV in chat. Welcome. What's going on, Holly? Welcome. I got it, bro. Where do I send it? You send it to trev757psn@gmail.com. Maybe I can pop something up that shows you that. Usually it will show you on here, no? What's going on? Yeah, it's Trev757. You can type it in chat, ! email. I'm checking inbox now, see what anybody sent. I see one. Oh, I seen that already. Creators running. Yep, it got wiped. Evidence. It's gone. It's wiped. Police took it down. When you least expect it, you know? What's the date of it? Bing bong. I just played it. Why won't it play for me? What is going on? You say you just played it. Do you see what happens when I click on it? Press it for Presidio money. Where? $2 million bond. It shows that. I don't see it. That video. You see what happens when I do that though, right? Click. Takes me here. Does that. Let's try it like this. See, no. Click on the bottom piece like that. It takes me here. It doesn't play, which is very weird. Yep. Why is it doing that? That's super weird. Okay, so you see what's happening, right? It's doing that weird shit to me. I heard about that video. Damn fluffles. Lock your doors. Stay vigilant. Amanda says that the cult was absolutely capable of murder and that she knew of the case or of a case where they had murdered a mother in front of her whole family, including children. If they will do that, they could do anything.
Bing bang. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, yeah, we're digging into this, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're coming in and you got something on your mind, don't be scared to pick up that phone and dial 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. Again, it's 219-885-9693. You can find the phone number at the bottom of your screen. You can find it at the top of your screen. We love hearing from the community. So make sure you call in if you have any thoughts or opinions surrounding this cult theory, the stack of money. I can't find this video, or I'm looking at the video, but it's not letting me play it. Every time you see what it's taking me to every time I click it. So it's pretty weird. It's pretty damn weird what it's doing. I'll tell you that much. Okay, you sent it back. All right, I'm looking right now. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Oh, it says the download. Okay, so it's showing. I mean, let's be honest here. Do we think that this is Christopher Preciado? This is the video she sent. You had to download it. Okay, I had to download it to play it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
This is the video. I got it. Right? She sent it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got it. I downloaded it. We played it. The first one didn't go through. No, we got it. We're good. We're good. This is it. The video's to your left here. This is the video that we're looking at. Now, this video was allegedly Christopher Presidio flashing money. Allegedly. I do not know that to be him. I personally don't think it's him, but who knows? Normally, if taken down shows words cannot be found. Interesting. I emailed it to you. Macy, is this the same video that you emailed to me? The one that we got up on the screen right now? Is it that same video? No? Okay, hold up. Let me see. Let me refresh again. Yeah, Macy, same video. Same exact video she sent too. Same exact video. Watch. Boom. Same exact video. So it is the same video with this guy. It won't even let me exit that damn video. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's the same video. Do we think that that's Christopher Prasadio? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm curious, chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you think that this is Christopher Prasadio? Was this what you seen? It's not him flashing. Right. It's a screen. Everyone claims it came from his personal channel. I cannot verify that myself. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2. I see a bunch of 2s. So we do not think that this is Christopher Prasadio. Okay. Just curious. Again, if you are coming in 219-885-9693, we want to hear from you. Don't be shy. Incoming call options, huh? Let me fix that. Okay, filter that. Yes, exactly. All right, that's good. It very well could be 222. Trev, my man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate that, Jason. Thank you. Appreciate that 222. Some people don't believe that's him. Yeah, I don't know. That's just. It very well could be. They said it was posted right after the crime. I would need concrete proof though. Where's the concrete proof to that? I'm sick of that. You know, where's the concrete proof that that is Christopher Prasadio that committed this crime with that money? Anyways, did he take pictures of it? Because that would just prove that they were robbing him. If or a video, I'm sorry, is that video of him flashing money right there on his page? If it is, then that just goes to prove along with motive. And why wasn't it popping up for me? That's actually really weird. Damn, we got 989 shy people in here. That's crazy. It's all good though. Hold up. We gotta run that real quick. Pull this right here. Who's that? Hey, I called earlier.
Hey, I called earlier. I don't know where to email you my phone number. It's regarding the question of the cult having anything to do with this case. And I was born and raised in the church as well, and I am an ex-member. One of my aunts was married to the cousin of the leader of the church. She was a Joaquin, and my observation is that they have nothing to do with it, but they do like to rub it in their faces.
Should we call this ex-leader that's calling in right now, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Should we call this ex-leader? Hit 1 for yes or 2 for no. Should we call the ex-leader of this? She left. She's calling in. She left the voicemail. Should we call this ex-leader back? She says she's a leader of, or she's in this. That's what she's saying. Member, I meant. I don't know why I said leader. I meant member. All right, we'll give her a call. Let's see. She was talking a little bit in there. She's got a couple actually. Let's give her a call. She said she's a member. Oh, but that was a little bit ago. Let's see. Let's see what she says.
Please leave your.
Huh. Weird. Try again. She said she was a member. It's not ringing either. Interesting.
Please leave your.
All right. So I don't know. This ex-member is saying, let's go back and listen to this message here. Let's say she's saying she's ex-member.
Hey, I called earlier. I don't know where to email you my phone number. It's regarding the question of the cult having anything to do with this case. And I was born and raised in the church as well, and I am an ex-member. One of my aunts was married to the cousin of the leader of the church. She was a Joaquin, and my my observation is that they have nothing to do with it, but they do like to rub it in their faces when anything bad goes in any of the ex-members' lives, because they claim that if you belong to the church, nothing like this can ever happen to you. And because you have left the church, this is what happened. And being that Ms. Monica Guerra was, she spoke against the church, and they have her pretty much on their agenda to make sure that they rub it in her face and we celebrate anything horrible happening in anybody of our lives as we have left the church. But it is, she also is making a statement as to stay away from this cult. So, again, I will try calling back and hopefully get to speak to you. Thank you.
Well, I'm waiting for you to call back. I'd love to get you up on the phone and we get a little more information on what you're referring to and talking about. I do appreciate you calling in. Now, she did say this is what happens, and being that Miss Monica Guerrero, is that what she said? Monica Guerrero was he spoke against the church, and you had I don't know, that's Google breakdown, but hopefully she calls back. I definitely want to hear from her. She says she's an ex-member. They're gonna have that knowledge, and we definitely want to hear from her. She must be on the phone or something, because it's going straight to voicemail. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's going straight to voicemail. Let's go ahead and send her a message. Let me send her a message too. Tell her to call back. Right? That's what we should do. Hey, just heard your message. We definitely want to hear from her. If you are in chat, call the number on your screen. Let's hear from you. He said, don't call her. Let her be. Facts. No, I was trying to see what she was talking about. But you know what? It is what it is. If she calls back, she calls back. If she doesn't, she doesn't. But I definitely want to hear from you. 219-885-9693. What's your thoughts, opinions, and theories? What's going on in your mind with this case right now? I mean, with this cult shit coming out, do you think that's just a ruse? Do you think people are just running with it with some type of narrative and turning it into it was a cult hit? If there's no connection with Ramon and Mirtha with this cult, I think it's just a ruse and something people are using as a distraction from what really happened here. Without proof of that, it's like, you said her convo was very detailed and interesting. It was. I definitely wanted to hear from her, but she didn't call, so it is what it is. And nobody is. Says there's about 268 people in here. No one's calling. It is what it is. 968. Quiet. Do I have to open the panel? Because I don't mind opening the panel and bringing people up. Maybe a few people want to come up and join me on panel live right now, and we could just have a conversation and chat. Maybe we can. I don't mind opening panel. I'll bring about 3 people up to join me. I definitely don't mind having an open topic, open panel at all. That don't bother me one bit. That does not bother me one bit. Phone not charged. Goes to voicemail. Huh. Weird. You said I'd love to. I don't know. There's a lot of things to take into consideration with this case, because I feel like CCTV may paint a picture more than what's being showed here. Their own surveillance footage captured what happened. Well, at least if Matthew Gura and Savanah Soto did pull up to his house, I do believe that surveillance footage would have captured that, right? Especially if they got one pointed towards it. But it's saying that they seen the vehicle or Mirta leave and come back to the residence with both of them, and it states things like that. So when I hear that, it's like, I don't know. She said, I'm about to go game. Yep. I feel you. Warzone 3. My phone is dead. Hold up. Phone not charged. Goes to voicemail. I just searched Mirta on Bexar County records and they moved her off court records. Really? That's weird. They moved her off court records. Email for another day. Not info on this case. I got you. Thank you. Good night, T-REV. Lock your doors. Good night to you too. I appreciate you coming by. It's a cash grift. Bang bong. She got to show your face, not your waist, too. You got to show your face, not your waist. There you are right there. You know what? I'm going to open it up. I'm going to bring a few people up. You got to make sure you're not echoing, though. I'll tell you that much. You definitely got to make sure you ain't got no echo. You said, oh, dang, that's interesting. They'll just searched and her records are still very much there. Jessica, I enjoyed the information. Whether the cult has anything to do with the murders, it's still worth exposing this church and the things they are doing to children, Faith Evans says. A former did an interview on YouTube, said a leader of churches named a child Mirta. Jessica, that's weird. I think it's on Do Not Disturb. I call and it rings. Oh, for real? That's weird. Try again. Try again then. You gotta try again then. Let me redo it then. Hold up. Refresh. I'll tell you right now. Again, reading that one thing on there that I seen earlier. Just bring it right there. It's coming through right there. It is definitely coming through right there. Okay, there we go. $210, you're on the show. What's going on?
So, hey, I apologize. My phone is at 2%, and I'm struggling with my charger. It's not charging my phone.
Oh,
So
you're good. Man,
so it might disconnect at any given time.
Oh, damn.
So, and so.
Oh yeah, this is you. You were an ex-member.
Yes. My parents were they were like married in the church, and I was born into the church, and I was pretty much a member until like 2007, 2008 when I finally left the church. But and my aunt was married to the cousin of the leader of the church. So like I said, I think Monica, what she's trying to put out there is the horrible things these cult people do, and and I don't think she's trying to say that they had anything to do with it. And I do remember her, and we went to the same church, but we were little. I just I was looking at some pictures, and so I think that anybody trying to say that, and running off with that it's, like anything to do with the cult is not. That's not what she's trying to say. She's just trying to say, hey, people, stay away from this cult. And but it is very hurtful, and I do know for a fact that they will rub it in your face. Anything that happens to you in your life after you left the church, because according to them, if you stay in the church, you're protected. Nothing happens to you or your family. And of course, any family members that stay out of the church or leave the church, well, you cannot talk to them. They're on their own, and if you do talk to them, you're going to bring some,
Did you do
consequences.
Somebody asked somebody asked if you did an interview earlier on another channel.
No, I have not.
Okay, so you're just a ex-member.
Yes, I just pretty much keep up with this case, and I did notice something today about the La Luz del Mundo, the church leader, and what Ms. Guerra said about it.
So as an ex-member here at this cult, like what was required of you?
Well, the females, we couldn't. Well, first of all, we couldn't talk to the Gentiles. They're considered, anybody not in our church, we're considered Gentiles, and we cannot talk to nobody, associate with nobody. The females, we cannot wear pants, we cannot wear makeup, we couldn't cut our hairs, we could not wear jewelry,
right?
And we were just men sit on one side, the females on the other side, and pretty much we go to church 5 in the morning, 9 in the morning, and then at 5 p.m. every day. Except for Sundays, we go like 5 and then 10 to 12, and then 5 to 7.
What church? Can you say as much?
It is. It's in Spanish, La Luz del Mundo, but also the Light of the World.
Okay. So
yes. So we have 2 churches here in San Antonio, but at first we had 1, and then they built another one.
What's the theology?
The theology, well, the leader, it was founded by the leader that is in prison right now. It was founded by his grandfather, and he said that he was contacted by God, and said that the baptism through Jesus Christ was wrong, and that he should rebaptize himself. He should baptize himself, and anybody that came to his church would be baptized in his name, not so much Jesus Christ. So it was already founded on a lie, and it was just little things that they throw out there that make me think that they're talking about Jesus when they say, "Oh, he came to die for us. Oh, he came to die for our sins."
Well, there goes her phone right there crashing. That was her phone. And yeah, that's a picture right there. That picture right there that you see at the top is Christopher Preciado. Now, Christopher Preciado, that's an exclusive picture that I received from his. Now, let me turn off Do Not Disturb. 219-885-9693. We do like to hear from you. Now, again, that's a picture, a rare picture of him from a yearbook from his classmate that went to elementary, middle, high school, and again graduated with him, Christopher Preciado. I don't know. Does he look different than he does now? I mean, he does to me a little bit. Jessica, Catholics are Christian. Lurking and looking for prey. Faith Evans says they are not Catholic. They identify as Christian, and I do believe, but to me, it's Pentecostal. Is that how you say it? Hopefully I said that right. Trevor had a excuse me. You said Trevor had a complete idiot that thinks he knows more than anyone, and T held his head up high, and I hope his channel grows. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very good caller. I think her phone died. She said her phone was on 1, and she said she's an ex-member. I don't know. We got a little bit out of her. She said, this is unbelievable. He still looks like a kid now. Agreed. Definitely. Definitely looks like a kid. I think he looks very different. Tell him to bring it on. I'm ready. Hopefully she calls back. She said her phone was dead on 2% and couldn't get it to charge. I don't know. That's what she said. I was trying to hear more about everything. I was trying to hear the breakdown on what this cult's about. Axe murder. I don't know. Like I said, the theory out there is that is there a possible connection allegedly with the Preciados to this cult? That's the big talks out there. Believe it or not. Say about 75% that emailed me about it had that assumption in there. Like, what if it's connected to this cult? And I'm just like, I don't know. If stepmom says that, then if stepmom is talking about something, she was there 4 years ago, and after looking at it and being transparent about it, she's just speaking out about them being evil people and hating and having hatred for saying that they deserve it. I mean, that's what I see in it, and she was breaking it down real well. It's called a Hillsong. Good night, T-Fam, and everyone else having a great night. Making me feel like I'm right behind you. Making me feel like I'm right behind you. He said, stop, bing.
Bing bang.
She needs to grow up. She needs to grow up. It's called Hillsong. Good night, too, man. Oh my God, I went to Hillsong a long time ago. Oh no. 228. I kind of feel like almost calling it an early one. I do, actually, right now. I got some digging to do. Yep. I think I am. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody that came by the stream. We've been on for 3.5 hours. I'll be back on in a little bit. I love you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the stream. And I'll holler at everybody at Discord. Thank you for everybody that showed love this stream. I appreciate all of you. And I will be seeing you here shortly. I think I might go on my other channel. I'm honestly feeling like switching over to my other channel. And a lot of people may not like it. I have a second channel, period. If you are interested in my second channel, you can find my second channel very easily. I feel like I might be lining up a live to go on my second channel because I'm kind of in that vibe and mood right now. And yeah, second channel. If you vibe with that, if you vibe with what you see, make sure you check the title of what you're looking at. And if you do not vibe with that, do not subscribe to that. That's what I tell everybody. Love and light. I appreciate everybody in the building. Again. Said that it's, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that.